What's good, man? It's Slick City Show. I'm Jay.
I'm G.
Can I go ahead?
I ain't never going. I'm gonna let him do it himself.
Listen, I would like to say, ladies out there, never kiss neither one of these yuck mouths. All right.
Wait, what?
Listen, they only brush their
Whoa.
teeth
Whoa.
maximum one time.
Whoa.
Wait,
Yo,
this-
because earlier it was 6 p.m. and I called this nigga and he was brushing his teeth for the first
No, I
time
wasn't.
today.
See,
Yes,
that's
it
what
was.
you thought, 'cause you
Today
only brushed your teeth
is
once.
January 17th, ladies and gentlemen, and Holla has only brushed his teeth one time
No,
today.
you thought it was one time that first time because you only brush your teeth once a day.
No,
Damn.
Me
no.
personally, I don't.
I actually brushed my teeth twice today.
No, when was the other time?
Wait, hold
this
on. Give a special shout out, man, to my nigga Rich, man. How you doing, MatteBlxckBoy?
What's the
You know what I'm
vibe?
saying?
Yeah, what's good.
Man, but go ahead, y'all keep
Happy
going.
to be here.
with-
Happy to be here.
You brush your teeth twice a day?
No,
How many
I
times?
try to, but
Okay.
once a day. You know what I'm saying?
Yuck mouth.
Once a day.
Yes.
So
I try to. I'm not gonna sit
mean,
here
it's
and
not
cap
bad.
because a lot of people will sit here and cap and say that they brush their teeth twice a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I be forgetting. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So
Right.
once a day,
Do
most
you
of the
brush
time.
before you step out the house?
Yeah.
Okay. All
See,
right,
that's,
cool.
that's,
That's all that
I'll
matters.
brush my teeth in the morning. The only time I brush my teeth once is if I don't leave the house.
Right.
If I take a shower again during the day, I brush my teeth every time with a shower for sure.
I brush my teeth in the
Once in
morning,
the morning.
and then also brush my teeth before I go to sleep.
Bullshit. Look at his beard. Look, listen.
Wow.
So.
Wow.
Yeah, look at his beard. So.
Nigga, look at your beard, nigga.
Cut, nigga. Stop it now.
Or your
next.
goatee. Your
It's
wannabe-
right.
your
and
wannabe
prescribed,
goatee.
my nigga. I put
Okay, go ahead.
the right supplements in my beard.
Go
my
ahead.
guy.
Go ahead.
Now, like I was about to
Sitting there
say,
eat ass all day and think he got a nice looking beard. But go ahead.
ain't nothing wrong with eating. I didn't know there was
I mean,
eating
there's
ass
a lot of,
allegations
like,
that was.
no,
What you
I
about to
was
say?
troll, bro. I have no idea what I was about to say.
Oh man. All right, man. What's good with you, man? How you doing today?
I'm calm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Living.
Yeah.
Alive. Can't complain.
Okay.
feel me?
Okay.
So what you into these days?
Man, I'm just trying to make money, man. Make money, chill, hoop. You know what I'm saying?
Which ones are you struggling with the most? Getting the hoop sessions in, getting the bread in, or the chilling? Finding time to
Really,
relax?
the hoop sessions and the bread is even because niggas don't be hooping nowhere no more. Like, runs be ass, and then the bread, you know, I'm black as hell. So that just, that just puts the life difficulty on, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You feel me?
So, hold on, you saying it's more difficult with the black? Because he disagrees.
He thinks we're all created
He
equal.
says if you say that, you're a victim. That's what he says.
Well, he doesn't ever explain everything.
It's crazy.
In its entirety.
Okay, so where did I mess up in my explanation?
My whole thing, we actually never got into the whole
Okay.
Black
think-
people, white people, finance difference thing. Okay,
Okay.
we talked about.
Okay.
Go ahead, Rich. Go ahead.
No.
Sorry.
I'm not gonna say there's a finance. By all means, everyone has equal opportunity to do whatever.
Exactly.
It's just by societies and its norms. You feel me? Having a lot more hue sometimes make it a lot hard. Like, I'm a 6'2", I'm black as hell. Like, I got a deep voice.
6
like
foot.
Anywhere I go, you feel me? Come on, bro.
This is coming from this
Come on,
5'11" nigga.
Hey, yeah.
Like, come on, if that.
5'10",
you know what I'm saying?
my nigga.
Like,
Hey, 5'10", 5'10". I appreciate
Like,
you
come
giving me an
on,
extra
man.
inch, my boy.
No, don't doubt me.
Come on, man. But yeah, man, like, I'm 6'2", I'm black. Like, you know what I'm saying? People just look at me different. I ain't tripping, man. I like it. You know what I'm saying? I have no problem. But you know what I'm saying? I'm black as hell, so, you know.
Are you afraid of ever getting canceled because of some of the questions that you ask on TikTok? I saw one
Okay.
question that you asked.
What was the
this
question?
Group of ladies. You asked them, how does it feel to have little itty bitty titties? Now, nowadays,
Mighty
with
mighty.
cancel culture and the whole woman empowerment movement, all
Absolutely.
respect to women, by the way.
Absolutely.
But you could potentially be labeled as a misogynistic asshole. Misogynistic asshole. Are you afraid of that?
I mean, misogyny means the hate of women. So I don't think me asking if you part of the itty bitty titty committee is misogynist.
Right.
I ain't gonna lie. When I thought of that question, I was like, wow, that's hilarious. Like, if I was a girl and a dude came up to me, hey, how does it feel being part of the itty bitty titty committee? Man, I check the fuck out that. I'll cook his ass back. Like, I wouldn't be mad. But real life, I have had girls get mad because, you know, the other question too, hey, I'm here at flatbooty.com. You know what I'm saying? Like I've realized I've
That
had
is
girls.
insane. That's funny though.
Yeah, I mean, hell yeah, it's funny. At least I think it's funny. That's my type of comedy, at least. I'm talking about girls really done almost swung on me. I'm just like, damn.
Oh, what?
And the thing is, the whole point of these questions is I only ask girls, most of the time, I ask girls with big titties the itty bitty titty question. And I ask girls with fat asses, the flatbooty.com. So obviously you don't have a flat ass. Right. So why in the first place are you getting mad if I'm even saying that?
They're unsure of themselves.
Hold
You
up,
feel me?
Did you grow up watching Dave Chappelle?
Yeah, absolutely.
You got Dave Chappelle like cadence and like yo storytelling. But go ahead.
Okay, yeah, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, like, cause look, I ain't gonna lie, like my question is like a year or two back. No, them was crazy. You talking about now?
Give us an example.
What? Man, I went up to this swole dude. This is one of my like my first viral one. Like this is like my third viral one. Mm-hmm. I went to this swole lad dude. I was like, hey man, so like, how long you been a bitch? Like you just been bitch made your whole life, or like you just been a bitch now? Like I just want to know how long you been a bitch. He's like, what? What makes me a bitch? I was like, I ain't gonna lie, you just a bitch. Like it's not like no personal thing. You know, I'm just relaying the message. Feel me? He was like, you know what makes you a bitch? I was like, well, damn. I'm not a bitch. You the bitch. You know? Like shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like my first one, this is when I first started doing these interviews. It was ugly couples. I used to go up to couples in the mall. I used to be like, hey, I'm here just looking for the ugliest couples in the country. You know, and just going around asking all the ugly couples, like, how does it feel being so ugly? And like, what is it like representing that community? You know what I'm saying? Like, I would do that shit. Yeah. And people were laughing at that, but like, and those were going crazy. But with TikTok, it got to a point. I remember one time it was going all going viral, and then one day, literally like 10 of my videos got reported. Boom. And back then, when you get shadow banned, you shadow banned, gang. I'm talking about what? I'm talking about I'm getting 250K, 100K, 500K, a mil every other video, and then I'm getting 1,000, 2,000, 500, 1,000, 5,000. I'm like, bro, I was upset, gang. Like, cause at that point, like my TikTok was my everything. Like I was making money off that shit for real. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I'm not too scared of getting canceled because I strategically ask my questions. Like you can't say by definition that none of my shit is hateful at all in any way, shape, or form because I'm asking stupid ass questions. That's the point. I'm just playing stupid.
I mean,
this shit funny though. This shit funny.
It's funny as hell.
Realistically, I can ask any question I want, how offensive I can, but like if you just word it correctly, it won't be. You won't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's almost like you get the message out there.
I
like,
can ask any question I want.
malice.
I feel like I'm one of the few people I can ask any question I want.
He believes like you shouldn't. There's only one way to tell everybody everything.
Absolutely
it should work
not.
all the time.
Nah, you don't heard it before. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. You feel me? Like
but he thinks it's catering though.
Well, honestly, when it comes to that,
He calls that politically correct.
politically correct, being politically correct.
So would you call him politically correct?
This nigga is not politically correct.
So what's the difference?
Wow.
He just said he caters his questions to make sure he doesn't violate guidelines. Would you call that
Absolutely.
being politically correct?
Well, technically,
Oh.
yes. Technically, yes. I think nowadays we are so afraid. And shout out to my sister Shakia. She went off
Call
on
him afraid?
No. But
No, I need you to stand on these things.
Yeah,
These
yeah.
claims
And you gotta look him in the eye when you say it.
I'm looking nigga in the eye. I'm looking. Well, pause.
Yo.
Pause. But no, I do think that a lot of, especially he brought up the black topic earlier. A lot of black men are afraid.
You think he's afraid? Because I need you to say
speak
these
his
things.
real truth. Yes, I do think that you are afraid to speak your real truth.
Cater.
Yeah.
Is he? You call people who cater their rhetoric afraid.
Okay.
Politically correct. Do you put those labels on him?
I just said yes.
Okay.
I just say
Well,
I
you
think
tried to qualify it.
I think a lot
You
of
said,
black
speak
people
your actual-
and he brought.
I see what you're doing.
I
Go
think a
ahead.
lot of black people are afraid
It's crazy.
to speak their actual truth.
So why was it so hard for you
fa-
to just answer yes and not add the qualifier when I asked you the question?
Bro, James, stay over there. You have a fucking Eskimo hat on, nigga.
Wow.
But
Don't get on my Eskimo hat.
I just said yes. I just said
No,
yes.
but you qualified it. I said, do you call him?
You
scared
do it
yes?
all the
No,
time.
listen. No, you say people who, you know what I'm saying, cater their rhetoric are scared. So I asked you, is he scared? You said to speak his real truth. I didn't ask you that. I said, is he scared? Yes or no?
Yeah.
That qualifier.
I have to tell you
maybe
what-
you're
I can't tell you-
to say things to people's face.
I can't tell you.
say on camera.
I can't tell you.
So you're scared.
I'm telling you what he's scared of. I can say he's scared, and it could just be a generalized statement, but I'm just telling him what he's scared of.
Okay.
He's scared of the dominant society canceling him.
So what
That's
were you
he's-
scared of when you qualified it to him?
Bro, this nigga
He's
is
scared of
doing
black
the most.
people.
What were you
That's
scared
what
about
I'm
that Jewish
scared of black
comment?
people? Wait, what happened?
What were you scared about that Jewish comment? comment.
What were you scared of when you told me to take that story down?
The video was coming out anyways.
No,
The video was actually
the Jewish
out.
clip was coming out anyway.
No, you was trying to stop it before it happened.
Hey.
Yeah.
Sorry. This is why there's so much violence in the black community.
Why?
What?
Hey.
This is why.
Whoa.
Why? No. Why? Look
ahead,
at the camera and tell us
Go
why.
ahead, Rich.
Tell us why.
Go ahead,
Don't
Rich.
try to stop talking
Rich,
now.
go
Tell
ahead.
us why. Elaborate.
Go
sir.
ahead.
I'm here.
You'll see.
My man heart is beating through that turtleneck.
He's
not.
like, please don't
Trust me,
press
it's
me.
not.
Please don't press
I
me.
will somewhat agree with him because I literally had to change my questions. All like if I asked the same questions that I was asking a couple years ago, I would have been off the app, not off any other app. Them questions was crazy. Of course, they funny as shit. Like you can still go back and look at them because it was from back then.
Yeah.
But yeah, but when it comes to speaking my truth, I'm not necessarily afraid of doing that. I'm just afraid of the consequences of doing that. Like, you feel me? Like, of course I can handle it, but like, why make life harder on myself? You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm over here just saying what I really want to say, because like I said before, I really do play dumb, and a lot of people don't. I feel like a lot of people could use that to their advantage.
Yep.
Like, 'cause
Trolling.
you know what I'm saying? That's all I do. I could put all my cards on the table, and you could find out. You could tap in how my brain really works. But no, a lot of people don't really know that. Like, my fault. A lot of people don't really know that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so what I do is I ask them an off the wall question, like attention to grab, but boom, now they hooked. Like, what the fuck you talking about, bro? Fuck. You know what I'm saying? So then boom, so then I start really like breaking them down with questions that I know I can get certain responses from. And that's what makes the video funny. Like, a lot of people think, oh, he just talking out his ass. It's really that's how I keep the content consistent, at least. You know what I'm saying? If people that want to do interviews and stuff like that, the person you're interviewing is not the main character. You are. You're the entertainment. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people get stuck on trying to get a viral reaction off of somebody. When you the person, if you're the entertainment, every video can be the reaction you want. You know what I'm saying? So that's why. So I'll agree. I won't say I'm scared to speak my truth, but like I will say like I'm cautious with it. I'm cautious. I walk around it. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? If that solves that issue right there.
It does. It does. I think that's a great answer.
Yeah,
that's a great answer for
That's
sure.
not what you call people though. You see how he explained why I do these things? You just threw labels out and said, I'm Mr. I say my mind.
Well, I don't throw labels out. My message is the same as a lot of people's. It's just delivered in a different way. So
do you think you should cater the things you say?
Cater it? Like, you mean
Do you
like
think you should cater the things you say?
No.
So you don't agree with
when you say cater, what do you mean? You gotta dumb it down.
Do you adjust the things that you? Do you think people should adjust the things that they say? Answer carefully, because I got a clip voted from the last podcast dropping tomorrow.
Do I think?
You mean like him conforming to a room, kind of? Like,
yes.
Okay.
All these big words. I mean, what are we talking about here?
You the
Like,
marketing guy. You supposed to know.
So I say,
like what? You got graduated.
So say like you talk a certain way with us, and then you go into a room with other people.
Oh, code switching? Oh, I'm
No,
not.
not
No,
code
that is
switching.
code
Not
switching.
code
I'm not talking about
We're
race.
not
I
saying
was
white.
not talking
You
about
talking
race.
about
I'm talking about
three.
cultures. I'm talking about in general. Like
Some people call
there are
that
different
code switching.
spaces.
I
like
call it code switching. No, I'm not
don't
a code
code switch?
switcher. I keep
Okay.
it a buck. If I'm in a room full of white people, I'm
So
gonna
you
talk to
don't-
them the same way that I'm gonna talk to y'all.
So
go
Cap.
ahead.
You don't talk to the Jews on the camera.
Cap,
Like you
I was
talk
about
not-
to say.
But anyway, that's
what's
Yeah.
up with the Jew?
Oh,
relax.
it's a clip.
Well,
It's a clip. It's a clip. Don't worry about
Well,
it.
here's the issue: the
It's
Jews
in there.
run the entire industry.
Absolutely.
and they steal from black culture all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
And I made a statement about Jews and Drake, and
he
I
was
wanted.
scared to say it.
No, I
Right.
He crucified black people all the time on the camera.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny is you're saying I was
And
scared.
just his
I was
character
just
before.
being cautious.
So
I was
hold on,
being
why-
cautious.
you just said you don't believe in code switching. Why do you code switch and be
That's
cautious
not
while
code
other people-
switching.
No.
No.
Can I finish the question?
I made the
Can I
statement.
finish
No.
the
Get him. Get him.
Hold
Get
on.
him.
I made the statement. Okay. I did not code switch.
God,
I
been through war.
I
You see
spoke.
that?
I spoke my truth.
With
I
caution.
just
Why
no.
don't you
It
do that
was
with black
not
people?
with caution.
Why don't you do that with black people?
Because
you
we've
just
been-
said you were being cautious.
Listen.
They got the tape.
Listen.
Why are you lying?
Listen. The reason I don't do it with black people is the reason.
So you do code switch.
He looking. He
You're
searching.
cautious
I
when you
don't-
talk to
I-
Dig deep in
I
your
don't.
bag,
The
my boy.
reason I don't do
hot
it
seat
with
right now,
No,
boy.
he always in the hot seat.
the reason I don't do it with black people is because this nigga is ridiculous, bro. We have
Come
been
on, find it.
preaching the same message to black people for decades now.
Okay.
And a lot of it is centered around killing, right?
See, this is one thing I will say. You might say that, but what have you been listening to? Because not everyone has been preaching that. Messages have still been changing and progressing.
Media is a reflection of
it's on you as a person to like, what's it called? Not monetize, but like restrict on what you watch. You feel me? Because even me, of course, the content, like real life, now I literally change what I watch I barely watch funny YouTube videos and all that other stuff. You go on my YouTube and my TikTok, you see business, you see podcasts, you see how to become a better man, how to become a better leader, how to make more income. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it really depends. So as a whole, yes, as the masses, people do be riding the wave, and they've been saying the same thing, but that's the people's fault. That's our fault, and that's everyone. That's every people.
So the people who consume it.
Yeah, like you choose what you consume. So if you want to go in depth about a topic, if you really want to learn more and grow as a person, who's just gonna look surface level? You're obviously gonna get deeper.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? So I can't say we've been preaching this, because I ain't gonna lie. I know a lot of people that really talk, and they don't get that much coverage just because people don't go deeper. I'm a Christian. You feel me? In the Bible it says, "My people perish because of lack of knowledge." Nobody wants to learn more.
Right.
You feel me? Everyone wants easy access, and because of that, you're gonna get easy problems.
So Tariq Nasheed is not law.
Is watching a free teacher on the internet or paying to go see it.
I mean, everything has its pros and its cons. Yin and yang. You feel me? Obviously, social media has damaged a lot, but goddamn, that shit useful and lucrative as hell. Yeah. So can you really say it's a bad thing? Because we using it right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're making great points.
I'm saying to learn though. We use it. We're not using it to learn. We're using it.
Well, you can. That's
some
what
of us
about
are.
the consumption.
But most people, what is it?
Most people what?
What is the biggest demographic on YouTube?
The biggest demographic on YouTube? Probably white people, right?
No. Well, see, I know you only know race demographic, but there's a couple others. There's more. Are
you talking about children?
Yes.
Children? Okay,
Yeah.
children are the biggest demographic on YouTube.
So are you saying kids are using these things to learn?
I mean, depending on their parents,
Exactly. So if they're using them to learn, right, and we have to put our dollars behind certain projects, who's going to get the bigger ads? The ones who's teaching the kids the most valuable information. Coco Melon teach them how to count. Gerald Bunkum teach them to hate blacks. So you know what I'm saying?
That's not. Here's the thing.
Damn.
So what
You
these guys
niggas here.
What these guys are alluding to, right? And what I was talking about earlier in terms of the message.
Okay.
The message that these two fuckers. Oh, sorry, we've been cursing a lot. I'm sorry. These two guys, man. When it comes to like the argument in the black community on crime, right? My message is the same as your typical black leader, but the delivery is a lot different.
Okay.
I'm much, I guess you can say, harsher in my delivery than your average.
Do you think you can lead somebody if you talk the talk but don't walk the walk?
How don't I walk the walk? Am I out here killing black people? Am I out here robbing
changing
black
that.
people?
Didn't you say what you consume, right? So if you're all he listened to is drill music,
Man.
but the same music he's demonizing.
In private.
I mean,
private.
but
Yeah,
let
but you're still running up the numbers.
okay, but let's be real. Like, everyone is human. Like,
Yeah.
it depends on what is the purpose of what your intent. Like, I'm
sure.
big on intent rather than what you're doing on. Of course, you know what I'm saying. Like, they got the whole Martin Luther King thing, cheating on his wife.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe he did, but he didn't help the black community. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
a lot of people like to weigh things heavier than the other. Like, of course, let them listen to drill music. Let them
I think
watch
it's
some
okay
porn.
for him. He's the one who's on one hand say we
King
need to stop
Von
this
is-
crime,
yeah.
but you fund the entertainment
Okay.
that you claim.
But
is
you say
causing
the same
crime.
thing. You know the crime rate in the black community is messed up. But you still listen to drill music.
Yeah,
so what's
but
the difference? What I'm doing with the delivery is the difference.
No, that's not the difference. Because I know people who do these things. So when I go talk to them, the difference is I talk to them, you don't. So when I listen to it and I'm funding them, when I talk to them, I'm telling them things like, yo,
I'm telling them right now. I'm talking to
so
them.
when you're talking to them, how is it from somebody talking to you from across the water, over the phone, text, all of these things? You know, you're an internet troll. People will say things in manners that they will never say to your face.
Okay.
Right? So when you get on his camera, that's why I asked you, tell him he's scared. Because you see how it's so hard for you to say?
No.
But if we would have judged your content,
cap.
he would have been judging you as a creator.
Hey.
You would say,
No,
he's
here's the
scared.
thing. Here's the thing.
That's
Hey,
what
that nigga did
You
a
said
whole driving
you
test.
said I was scared. You said I was scared.
I'm a big-
No.
This
No,
nigga is cold.
stop.
I ain't gonna lie.
No,
This
stop.
nigga
No,
cold.
this-
He's
the
not
whole-
cold.
Go.
He's not cold.
Go ahead.
You said I was scared. You said I was scared.
I'm a
I had
little
to
extra
explain
interested now.
what I
I'm
meant in my
intrigued.
statement before I told him, yes, you were scared. I had to go a little bit more in depth into
But
what I was
that's
saying.
all I'm asking you to do because And you were able to do that because you understood his story. He told it and you responded to it. What I be telling you is the way you talk to these people is like you have no understanding for where they're coming from. That's the difference between me and you.
We've been trying to have understanding for years. And
No,
it has led. Okay,
He's
you can say
asking
me.
you.
But
You're the
I
one.
know-
Wait. You're the one giving the delivery, bro. So
and not
you
even
have to
that.
be the one to
Okay.
get a
And
message
not
out the
even-
right way.
Wait, hold on. So what is like? Let's talk about what an understanding is for a second, because you can't kind of understand and not like either you understand or you don't. So if you've been trying to understand, that just means you don't understand, doesn't it?
He doesn't want to
But
try.
I think you never
we
fully understand.
No.
because-
They love the. And I'm not sure what you agree with or not, but I'll tell you my truth. Okay. I think that there is a huge victim mentality in the black community. It's one of the reasons why we continue to blame other people for our struggles at the moment.
What do he blame the media?
Blame the
Okay,
media.
go continue.
No. I mean, that was basically my point. So
continue.
we have a huge victim mentality, in my opinion,
victim?
in this community. I'm not a victim.
But
No,
why'd
But
you-
why,
I'm not
why
a
do you
victim.
bring up the media then? Who controls it? If you're
No,
not a victim?
we're talking about in terms of the government, right? The media is another thing, but if we're talking about
You
in
know
terms
they say
of
the
if we're-
fourth branch of the government is media. You just don't say it. Is the thing that
well,
you
well,
never
is that
look
is
at?
that written? Is that written?
Why do you think
is
super
that
Why do you
written
think
in
they
stone?
pay so much
I ain't
money
even
for
gonna go into
propaganda?
Is that
political
written in
shit, bro.
stone?
That shit too
Yeah,
easy.
Is that written in
I
stone?
can tell you where it's written in stone. The
Can't
one
let
place
this
you
nigga
can
know how I
find out
think.
what actually happens is in contracts. And I can't tell you the government has paid out contracts, the movie to movie productions for them to make certain movies to persuade the American public. If we need people to enlist in the army, let's make Maverick. Now these little kids that watch this movie, they're saying, I want to be like that. So now you've already taught them who they need to fight for as a child, right?
Okay.
So when you ask that question, go ahead.
Okay, great points.
Is
But-
it written in stone that way?
No, it's not. But great points, Rich. Great points, Rich. But what I was saying though was that we have a victim mentality in the black community.
Okay.
And every time a black kid gets killed, we always want to blame it on the system. I don't understand that. I've been trying to understand it,
The
but
system
I
blames
don't
it on the
understand it.
person already, right? The system is gonna blame it on the person. That's why you get charged and go to jail.
Yeah, if you go up to someone if you go up to someone and kill them because they fucked your girl, of course I'm gonna
So
blame
the
it on that
Stuck
person.
with his girl
the
shit,
system
bro.
is
It's not the
already
girl
holding
shit
them
the whole
accountable
time, bro.
To the things that they do, whether it's their rhetoric on the internet, whether it's whatever it is. If the system's already holding them accountable, who are you to hold them accountable?
I'm stating
That's
my
why we-
opinion. I'm stating my opinion. Okay.
Okay, so what are the main problems that the African American community has right now?
Are we talking about the Black American community or the African?
The black, I mean, what's the difference?
Oh, he doesn't consider people who aren't black and from the American slave trade. He doesn't consider them black. Continue.
Like you don't think he's black?
They make.
Hold on, where are you from?
First of all,
I was born in Congo.
Yeah, he doesn't believe you're black.
He thinks you're just African.
now
You're not black.
Now,
I mean, I call
can
myself
you
black,
find
but-
can you find the clip where I said that? Can
Yes.
you find the clip where I said that?
You said you don't consider people that didn't derive from the African slave trade as black. The clip is coming out tomorrow.
I would like you to find the clip where I said that.
It's coming out
Okay.
tomorrow,
Do you
nigga.
believe-
we had
can-
two
can fix
niggas
this
here.
right now.
Okay.
Do you believe that Africans who migrate over here after the
Slave trade.
Emancipation Proclamation,
Okay.
do you consider them as black?
There is
Americans?
a
Do you consider
difference.
them black Americans?
There is a difference.
please.
There is a difference between a Black American and an
Why
actual.
don't you just say yes or no?
And an actual African American. You were born in Congo. You are an actual African American.
Okay.
People that were here and are a product of the slave trade are Black Americans. There is a huge difference.
But where's the root come
The term
from?
African American
Doesn't
was
make sense.
was created by Jesse Jackson. Okay, back in the 70s.
Yeah, and then
All
before
right.
that,
He
they
never
were
gave any
they were the
explanation.
N word.
So, my
So
question is,
What?
if they cut reparations to black people, is he black?
He was born in Congo. He's not a descendant of the. He's not a
I wouldn't get
descendant
that.
That's not what I
of the
asked you.
slave trade. That's
I
what
know
you
you-
asked
you
me.
got- no.
That's what no.
No.
And reparations are only going to be afforded to people that are descendants of the American slave trade.
Mm-hmm.
So he, in my opinion, he should not be afforded those.
Okay.
I mean,
So is he black?
He's African American.
yes or no?
So is he black?
Like
I mean,
according to the U.S., he's black.
All these labels.
A lot of
Labels,
a
labels,
lot of
labels, labels.
go ahead. Wait,
No,
hold
we're
on.
not asking
Because a
Rolling
lot
Stone.
of
No, labels.
You see how he
go
said-
ahead. Go ahead.
Is
Ask
he-
the question.
Is he adjusting his rhetoric?
No,
Yes.
because a
Yes.
lot of
So my question is,
He's cautious,
whatever you
nigga.
define,
Yes.
whatever you define black as, is he
right.
black?
No, he's not black.
Okay,
and
that's
listen,
all I
hold on.
asked.
Wait, give me 1 second,
That's
Rich.
why I said
Wait,
yes or
Rich,
no.
give me 1
Damn,
second.
niggas
Hold on, give me
gleeking
1
all
second,
over the
right?
place and shit.
Sorry. Just getting very tense.
Get
Hold
damn.
on. No, I'm not. No, I don't want to. I
Beijing
don't.
coming
Listen. Hold on. 1 second. But as a teacher would say, I'll wait. Now,
Okay, while you're waiting,
hold on, holla. Let me talk, bro. Let me talk. Listen, okay. I grew up in a Jamaican family, and I know a lot of Caribbeans, right? Listen, dude. Listen, bro. Can you give me a second, bro? A lot of Caribbeans, a lot of people from African nations, a lot of people from South America, like Brazil, Cuba. Hold on. And other countries like that, they do not consider themselves to be black.
I didn't ask
I'm
them.
just
I
going
asked
off
you.
of no. So
I
in my
asked you.
opinion, no, they're not black.
So he said
no.
he's not black. All right. So, okay, continue.
I mean, he's right about that. Like, people that come from outside of the country to America, like, they do see black people different. So even if that was an argument, it's not like the people that came would be like, oh, I am black. Like, they wouldn't fight for that.
Yeah.
Like, they would just be like, okay, we're not black. You know what I'm saying?
He treating them like they are fighting for it though. I see all these.
No,
people, they
I'm
want-
not, bro.
Then-
And this is
then
why
hold
you're
on,
making stuff up
hold
now.
So why would you say these things?
You-
if I weren't listen. If I weren't, why would I
I
tell
get-
you
I
about
get
bears
what-
in the forest?
I get what you're
if
saying.
you weren't gonna get attacked by them. Why? Why would I tell you? I
What
don't
are you,
tell you about
wait,
butterflies.
what are you
in the
talking
forest.
about? What are you talking about?
Okay.
Are you talking about the reparations argument?
So the reparations conversation we had when Bree was here.
Right.
You made it a point to say these people should not be considered.
Yes.
Right. So what is the point in saying that unless you felt like they were trying?
Because
to be
I spend a
considered?
lot of time on Twitter, and you have people. You have a lot of
Did he say
people.
you
All
just
the
didn't say that?
information.
that you have a
All
lot
the
of.
information.
You have a lot of people.
Didn't he-
crazy.
You have a lot of people.
You have somebody right here. in front
You
of
have what? You have a lot of people.
Why don't you talk to him? He's
Because you're the one that made the statement. You're the one that made the
But
statement.
you're talking to me. Two people.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll
so
talk to Rich.
Yeah.
So the reason that I say that is because there are a lot of people on Twitter that come from Caribbean nations and African nations that don't consider themselves black, but they want a piece of reparations. That is the reason why I say that.
Do you think that's like a summation? Do you think most of them are like that?
I'd say a good majority of them are because of the propaganda that they're
majority
getting
is
pushed to the propaganda
Above
that's getting.
50%?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I do. I grew up in a very direct.
Like, it's just like this whole like, to me, this argument is crazy because, like, as a person, like, as a man, at least for me, like, even thinking about some shit like reparations from people that had were slaves so long ago, like, say I was a black American, like, why would I? Because I want to get mine. You feel me? I'm gonna get mine. So to even be like having an argument about that, I feel like that's really like that's poor. Like, why are we having an argument about reparations rather than making our own reparations, making our own money, and keep doing that? Like, there's a lot of like, and I know this name. I don't know if this name will get me canceled. So I'm gonna say A Tate. You know, I know y'all heard about him. And like me being African,
Oh, my nigga Top G.
there's a lot of problems.
He's the bottom G.
There's a lot of problems that Americans talk about that are really irrelevant. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, because
Because
really,
they're really set compared to the rest of the world.
yeah,
They're
like, there's a
boring.
lot because like I kind of think about it like this. Like, a lot of people value
It's
life.
almost like they have like silver spoons.
Yeah,
so they
a
don't-
lot of people value life less because their life's never been in danger. I try to think about it like that. Like, that's how I try to think about it. I ain't gonna lie, Africa, you feel me? I'm not gonna act like I was living there. Like, my people's very much was beating it into my head. People really die out there, like, on some like regular. Like, it can happen. Of course, Africa's not this evil, crazy, but like, it's real world. Like, you feel me? Like, a lot of the stuff that was put in place in this country was to, more and more be able to control how their system works, and want to look like a great country. The GDP, they want everything to be good, great. But in exchange for that, you get zombies, you get obesity, you get social media, you get Instagram models, you get all of that stuff. When these other countries, the people are a lot healthier, the families are a lot healthier. You know what I'm saying? Yes, as a country, they might need more help, but their foundation is strong. America has no foundation. It's a new country. So everything is shaky. That's why everything is so progressive. You feel me? And that's why I feel like a lot of these problems, that's why there are, the reason there are problems, because we talk about irrelevant. Like problems are not problems.
Well, you think it's
I think
irrelevant.
because-
Hold on, Kyle, can I get off? You think it's irrelevant, but it's not irrelevant because the reason we need reparations and the reason we deserve reparations as Black Americans is because the Indians got reparations, the Jews got reparations, and America had nothing to do with what went over there. One on over there. The Japanese had reparations, and their problems came hundreds of years after Black American slavery.
Don't say
so.
Well, listen, I say it like this: the Black Americans were dealt a bad hand, in life, bad things happen. That was a very bad thing.
Please clip that. I would love Tariq Nasheed to see that. Please clip that.
Like that was.
So we don't. So what you're saying is that
Bad things happen.
Yeah, I get
But
you.
things
So,
progress.
hold on.
Just
So-
like this.
so-
Hold on, can I say? Just like you said, this is a young nation. Just like young kids, when they first learn to walk, they wobbly too. America's getting to where it needs to go, and we
If
just
that.
happen to be the
Like we
person who had
listen,
the hurt.
Black Americans took that beating. Like definitely, they went through what they went through. But
You have
come
to
on,
accept
like-
it
So
as
so
a
so
feel me?
so hold on.
Like, be real for a
what you're saying-
second.
So what you're saying is Black Americans should not be entitled. to
I think they
reparations.
should get it, but I don't think they should expect it.
Right.
all-
Improve
that's
your
all I
life.
need.
But hold
That's all I
on.
need.
But isn't that a victim
Because of
mentality?
course, on paper, of course they should get
It's
it.
not
You
a
know what I'm saying?
It's not a victim
Wait,
On
hold
mentality.
paper,
on,
I of
hold
course
on.
they should get it.
Hold
But
up,
why expect it?
But here's the thing, though.
Why
Here's
expect
the
it? 'Cause
thing-
it's on
hold
paper.
up,
It's
hold
on
up.
paper.
But see, here's the thing, though, right? When we came from a portion of our society where everybody wasn't educated on how the system ran, right? A large portion, I'm not saying Black people were uneducated, but to how the infrastructure of America ran, as far as like LLCs and all this stuff, the mass population of Blacks weren't educated on that. Would you agree?
Yeah, that's very true.
So would you want to get, this is the person with the ticket, right? And I want to cash it in because I got the ticket. Instead of some things you have to wait and hold on to, right?
Nurture.
Because if we were to give it away when we didn't know how the system ran, we would have gave it right back to the system, right? But if you can educate your community first, then ask for what I'm owed.
How long is it going to take to educate? How long is it going to take to educate?
We're moving in that direction.
We've been trying to move there
But
for
see,
what?
this is the
years.
problem. Like we're talking about things that have so many factors that can bring it off course. Like of course we can talk about educating Black people, but let's be real. There's factors that might come in the way of that being or happening fast or at all. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm saying like this life shit really ass. Like let's talk about that. Like any race, any color, tall, short, skinny, fat. Life ass. Life will kick you in the ass.
Yeah, for sure.
For Black people in the 1600s, life was fucking them up. But real shit.
Man, no cap.
That's real shit. Man, we got fucked over. And we came back and we still billionaires and we will keep progressing.
Exactly.
We will keep progressing.
Just because we're not at the we're never
Me
gonna
as a-
be. I think the thing that makes life like that though is because like you're never going to reach the finish line. Nobody's gonna live to see the finish line. Nobody. It's always gonna keep progressing, and if you keep beating down your community about how we're not at the finish line
You think
yet,
I'm beating down my community? You think because of the way that the message is being delivered? But go ahead.
But there is a way. There's a certain way your animal treats you when you nurture it, and how protective it'll be over you, and your animal when you beat it. That's a lot of people that have pets. They know this. The people who be beaten, eventually that dog is gonna find a
turn
day
that switch.
where it's gonna bite you,
Yep.
right? And if you keep being the person who beat the dog, because as much as people want to forget the past,
Harsh.
you got to remember why people turned their back like they did and wanted to rebel. If they were getting treated like they were supposed to be treated, right? Do you think anybody would ever have a reason to rebel? That's why they tell you pay your people. Don't take advantage of people, because when you
Very
do that,
true.
the world will take way more advantage of you than you ever could take of it.
What dog do you think I'm beating?
When do you ever
community.
encourage people? You never. Your rhetoric is always drill sergeant. You're a militarized, institutionalized.
That's what you think, and you use the P word a lot. Perspective, because from your perspective is militarized.
Militant.
Militant is militant. But in my perspective, that's how I was raised. I
But
grew up with.
you even say I don't take precaution when the way you talk to people, right? And that's how because most of your interactions with people are through your phone instead of the good interactions you have with people at the gym. Because that's why it was so hard for you to say the things when I asked you.
You
to
thought
say
it was
to
hard. No,
you were looking at me.
No.
Did you
This
not
is the thing.
go on for
No.
2-3
Here's the thing.
minutes?
Here's the thing. Because there are tons of times.
You were simping, but he wasn't scared.
That's crazy.
There
What
are
we
tons
doing?
of
We're
times.
never solid on our perspective.
No. I'm smart with the way I answer now because I know that you will clip it in a way that will make me look crazy.
Are you scared
So I had
of
to
my
act.
perception
So I
of
had
you?
to act. I had to
But what's
answer.
the clip, though? You
bro,
just talking
can I
to him.
finish talking, bro? I had to answer the question in a way that would not make me look like an idiot. That's why. So just by me, like, I wasn't dancing around the question at all. I was just providing more context.
But don't you think like the other clips, people thought you looked like an idiot because you only had your perspective?
Fuck them. I don't.
But you didn't say. You just said you catered the way you said things because you didn't want to
No,
look like an
but
idiot.
I'm
Now you
still-
said fuck
I'm
them?
still-
Which one is it?
I'm still taking.
Hey, what the Drake song say? You said fuck me.
I'm still
And
taking.
that was okay.
All right.
Come on.
All right. Black people are still entitled to reparations. We can
Nobody
move
said
on.
they not.
We can move on. Well, he did, but we can move on.
He
My
said
opinion.
you
You
should
said
get
you
it,
should
but
get it, yeah, don't
and he even
focus on
said
it.
he wouldn't want to be part of it. Like if it was like if why
Okay.
do you want him to fight for something that you don't want him to get?
Okay.
Whoa, hold on.
That's fine.
No, I'm not saying no. I'm
Now,
not
if they
saying
want to
no.
offer your boy reparations, I
You
take
gonna
it.
take that,
No,
mother?
You know what I'm saying?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Okay, for sure.
But from his perspective,
Alright.
why do you want people to fight a battle that you don't
I
want
don't.
to
I don't want him to fight a battle. What battle did I ask him to fight? We asked him a simple question on. Well, I asked him,
Yeah.
"Do you think Black Americans are entitled to reparations?"
Yeah.
That's all I asked him. I'm not asking him to fight the battle at all. I asked him a simple question.
But you made it seem like he was wrong for not caring if black people got it or not.
I think he's wrong in his opinion, but I don't care if he goes out and fights for it. I don't care. But I do think he's wrong in his opinion, though. That's it. That's
What
it.
is his opinion on it?
His opinion is that like we should basically forget about it.
No, that's not what he said.
If you run the clip back, when you run the
He
clip
said
back,
you
Wait,
should
that's
expect-
why. Oh my god, that's
I
why
said- I
projection
said
is
you shouldn't
bad, bro.
expect it. You shouldn't expect it. By
You
all
shouldn't-
means,
you shouldn't move like
by
you're
all
expecting
means,
it.
by all like that's like you in the. Oh, my fault.
You good.
That's like, how do I say this? Like, say you're with this even content creation shit. That's like making a video, and then you thinking that this certain type of video or this one video should hit. It's supposed to hit. It gotta hit. Even as a content creator, like you have to keep doing shit. Even in the back of the mind, you're like, damn, I want this to go viral.
Yeah.
Even if it don't, okay, cool. Just keep going. Just keep going. And then when you keep going like that, and since you're having progressive and because you're thinking progressively, you're only thinking about building, not rather than thinking about getting more shit. Just think about building. Like what you got? More gonna come. Like I just feel like life happens. So if you try to control life, which is obviously out of people's control, life can't happen the way it's supposed to. With this whole reparations thing, it's like a pause. You feel me? If we talk about it, we're not just gonna get it, obviously. So actions have to be taken, correct? Okay then. So if actions got to be taken, like why are we just gonna keep talking about it? I don't want to hear about it no more.
no, there are actions.
If
being
no,
taken.
let
do you do?
There are
okay.
actions
So
being
so
taken.
rather than talking about if
I'm-
people should have it or not, let's talk about the actions being taken.
Exactly.
I'm bringing attention to it. I'm bringing attention to it.
Let's bring
But you
attention
got
to.
attention to it.
Hold up. Do you know who Hassan is?
Hassan?
Yeah.
Who's Hassan?
He's a streamer. But people say the same thing
you
about
talking
him
about
that
the
they're gonna
little
end up saying about
paint
you.
his nails,
fine.
nigga?
Yeah, but
That's fine.
No, but the thing is, how much is talking if you're not doing? When people look in this camera and they say, "Oh, all he's doing is talk about it," all I'm gonna do is talk about it on Twitter, and then all you're doing is encouraging people to talk the talk. You have to put some action.
How you know I'm not signing petitions and shit?
I
Like, how
asked you, and you
like-
said
Are
all you
you?
did was talk about it. So I'm asking you.
Wait.
what do you do?
You asked me am I signing petitions? You
No,
didn't ask me that.
we
You
asked
said, what are you
he
doing?
asked
Ask me that.
What are you?
You didn't ask me that.
So
You didn't ask
I-
me. There's a
no,
repar- there's
when,
a-
when
Mar-
I just asked you, I said, "Well, what are you doing then?" You said, "Well, I bring attention to it. I talk about it." That's what you said,
Okay.
right?
Well,
So why didn't you add that
I'm
in when
also
I asked?
the signing.
Okay.
Marcel. I can't remember his last name, but he was a potential representative down in Charleston, South Carolina,
I'm about
and
to cook this
I
again.
signed. I could probably think about 3 or 4 petitions for reparations in the state of South Carolina.
Oh, you just signed a petition?
Yeah.
Okay, but now you have a platform where you could tell other people about the petitions that you're signing, but you don't use your platform to do that. You use your platform to tell everybody else they need to take accountability. You could be encouraging people to do something, but you don't.
Well, the topics don't really. What?
We've had 3 podcasts. You can talk about
At
this
the end
shit.
of the day. At the end of the day.
Yeah.
This reparations argument has been talked about for the past 2 episodes. Okay.
Yeah, so but we
At
talking
the
about
end
for
of
2
the day-
episodes.
He still ain't
never,
said
and you never
shit.
said,
I
yo,
said it.
shout out to such and such. He got petitions getting signed up here and blase. You never do none of that.
Shout out to
Why?
Marcel Dixon.
Now he doing it because it's forced out of him. Come on,
Shout
man.
out to Marcel Dixon.
He wanted the least amount of people to know about it.
I'm
It's
telling
like,
you.
hey,
His
if I
last
can
name-
know how to get to the reparations before everybody else does, you might be doing
His
the same
last
thing.
His
name-
parents
Right.
probably brought it to him, signed this. You might get reparations, and
My
he signed
parents?
it. Yeah.
Not my parents.
Oh,
Definitely.
okay.
Not.
Who did it?
Your family?
No, I did it. I did it.
Oh, you looked it up and you did it?
Yeah, bro. You.
Oh, your God?
I don't,
Your
I don't know
God?
if you think I'm a dumbass or not.
I never said you're a
but,
dumbass.
I do a lot of
Why?
I do a lot of
Do you think
research.
you're a dumbass?
I do a lot, and I cook you every episode.
no,
I
I'm
do a lot
asking
of
you a
I do a
question.
lot of
Do you
research.
think you're a dumbass?
Because I cook this nigga
You don't
every
cook
episode.
shit. You don't cook
I cooked
shit.
you.
You don't
I
cook
catch
shit.
you lying every episode, and I cook you every episode.
Because
I catch you
Instagram
lying and
post,
cook.
my
But we can
nigga?
move on to the
Alright,
next
my
topic.
brother,
Shout
my
out,
bad.
shout out to Marcel Dixon
Okay.
out of Charleston, South Carolina.
Where you're from? You said you didn't live there in Africa.
I mean, I was born there. I was there for a little bit, but I lived most of my life in Atlanta.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever visited back?
Nah. But like my brother, he was there till he was like 5, 6. You know what I'm saying? Like my parents are not like, they're not really big on the whole integrating thing. So like I live like as a kid, like they raised me as an African kid, like taught me everything, how they want their kid to be. So then me being how I am, like I kind of like take pride in how I was raised because their way they didn't have no experience in America. I had to learn like my social skills and everything about America by myself. And like not like my siblings was helping me. We all really been on our own shit for real. So like looking on this shit from the outside in is really fascinating because like I don't see myself as part of it. Even though like I'm like from the outside, you want to know. I mean, of course, you might be able to tell I'm African if you look at me hard enough, but I'm just another black dude to anybody else.
Yeah.
So when I'm included in it, but my perspective is different from everybody else's. When I look at it, it's just amazing to me, like because like it's like a focus that if it was shifted even a little bit, like black people to me are like so talented, so blessed, and all that. You feel me? Of course, we have like I said, we were dealt a bad hand, but we can win.
Yeah.
Like we can win, and we can keep winning if need be. But
We want
you
to
know
give
what I'm
the
saying?
better hand to
Like
our
you know what I'm
children.
saying? But we have a system. We have a system in place. I will agree. We have a system in place that does not want that plant to blossom. You know what I'm saying? They want to keep delaying. They keep delaying, and it's only a delay. I can't say they're not stopping nothing because black people doing what they do. They want to keep delaying it, and I feel like rather than people trying to water the plant, they're trying to see which water is the best. You feel me? That's why I feel like that's the problem. Like, come on, like water the plant.
So don't you think it's worse if we try to divide ourselves rather than just
No.
all work together?
I don't think division or integration is necessary. I just think coexistence. Like I just think if we can find things to benefit from each other, we can do what we got to do. But the thing is,
But that
people
falls
like to
into
take advantage.
coexisting, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
People
so
like
that's-
to take advantage.
yeah.
Like I said, people are evil. There's evil people in this
Of
world.
course, no matter who
You know what I'm
are.
saying? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why life sucks. You
Right.
feel me? There's gonna be evil people. People are gonna do bad things. You might work the hardest you ever did, and the thing you want to do your whole life, you could fail,
Yeah.
and you're gonna be like, "Fucking life sucks." Yup.
Now what?
That's it. There's
Right.
no now what. Like, that's it. We have to accept that. Black people, I can't speak to black people. Like I said, I'm 21, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I don't know nothing. But from my point of view, I feel like if black people want what they want, go get what they want. Because we can. You can't say we can't, right? We can, right?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, well,
course-
black
of
people,
course
black
we
people
can.
can get what they want.
Of course we can. Gotta
So,
stop killing each other
okay,
first. Of course we
absolutely,
can.
absolutely. So these are all problems we have within ourselves, and of course, there's other factors playing into why the problems keep. You feel me? But they're our problems. So can we not take accountability for our problems and progress? Of course we
Yeah,
can.
Literally, the accountability word is very, very important.
He sticks to
Very,
one word.
very
There's
important.
another
To one
A
word.
that you're missing. is acceptance. You don't accept people who change.
What do you mean I don't accept people who change?
Bro,
When we talked about King Von, just talk about
King
that.
Von never changed. He was still out here killing niggas and trying to kill people in Atlanta.
I was
what
talking
are you
about,
talking about, bro?
people in the hood, and you say everybody in the hood kill this, kill that, and this, that, and the third. Did he not? And you don't give them acceptance on the conditions that
Why
they
would
live
I
in.
accept someone that is out here
Because
killing?
they're black.
That is out here. You want me to accept someone
They're
that
black.
just because someone
They're black, nigga, that's dead,
hold
bro.
on,
That's
hold on,
dead.
hold on,
They're black.
hold on, bro. You want me to accept someone that
That's
kills
weird.
another nigga just because he's black?
They're black. You're
I'm not
dismissing
saying
them
nothing
because
else.
they're not
I'm not
black.
saying
Bro,
nothing
that's
else.
weird.
I'm not
I'm
saying
accepting
I'm
my
not saying
people for
nothing
what
else.
they deal with and who
I'm
they
not saying
are.
nothing else. I'm not
That's
saying nothing
weird,
else.
bro. You're a weirdo.
So,
You are a
so
weirdo
if a
for
nigga,
that. I'm telling you, you're a
so
weirdo
if a
for
black
that.
man
Dead
kills,
ass.
no, listen,
You're a weirdo
if
for
a
that.
black man
I
kills,
stand on that.
if a black man kills your best friend, you're gonna accept him because he's
You think
black?
I'm gonna hate on?
Jay, stop.
All right.
Stop.
I'm
Listen,
done.
my question
I'm
is-
done.
My question
I'm
is-
done. This is
my-
why
no,
we
listen,
stuck in the position that we
listen.
stuck in
No,
right now.
listen. I'm about to tell you. No, I'm about to tell you. You're right about the acceptability, but I'm about to ask you a question that's gonna prove where your acceptance thing is missing, right? So if killing is the threshold of we shouldn't accept people, where is the threshold of once you cross this line, you are no longer accepted? What is that?
We were
Well,
talking.
no, what is that line?
We were talking about changing. If you
Okay, forget that. No, we're starting this right now. all right?
okay, go ahead.
If murdering somebody is the line where you say you can no longer be accepted,
You giving up on them.
where's your threat? Is that the only thing that you can't be accepted for?
Once you start physically assaulting other black people and with malice to start killing them, that's the threshold.
So again, now I'm about to ask you this question. I know you're gonna start screaming and saying it's different, but when somebody comes into your crib, breaks into your crib, you say you're gonna shoot and kill them, right?
No, he said you gonna call the cops.
No,
That's what he
they're
said.
breaking into his
If they
crib
break,
while you're here.
if they break and enter,
You're shooting.
if
right?
they break and enter, and the only way I'm gonna do that is if they start to threaten my life at that point.
You're gonna hold up. You're gonna wait to see if they threaten your life before you pull your gun.
I'm gonna pull my gun, but if they start charging me, I'm gonna shoot. That's not a crime. That's not a crime. That's self-defense.
But see, are you judging your morality based on the law or based on ethics that you coded yourself?
Both. Both.
Okay, so how can no.
That's a hell of
So
a
how
question.
can you blame
That's a hell
people
of a
who
question.
were born into a society that slavery was a thing? These people weren't people. They were going by what the law said. How can you now turn around and blame them then? And their offspring.
I'm talking current day.
And not even.
I'm talking
and
current
Not
day.
even just that. Like I ain't gonna lie. Like
Hold up. Do you think slavery was wrong then?
Of course, slavery was wrong.
But you just justify killing because of the law, right?
damn.
I'm
God
telling you,
damn.
I'm
bro,
talking
this nigga
present day.
nice.
I'm talking present day.
Shit.
So,
I'm talking present day.
But hold up, but your morality should stay consistent, right? If that's really your morality.
No.
Yes, it
But we
should.
progress. We progress, right?
Yeah, but your
We
morality should stay
no,
the same.
but you're
And
you're
that's
going
why-
you're going
Hold
all
up.
the way back to the
Hold up,
1700s.
you wanna
I'm
know
talking
why?
about the 2000s.
Okay, and you want to know? He said something so important earlier, and it flew right over your head. He said a lot of people be thinking about these problems they have because their life never been in danger.
Come on.
That's you.
How you know my life ain't never been in danger?
Okay,
How you
listen,
know that?
I'm not
How you
saying-
know that? You want to come back home with me? You want to come back
Yeah.
home with me? You want to go to New York with me? Come to New York with me.
See,
Come to
and-
New York
and
with me.
The fact that you think
Come to
like
New York
it's
with
a
me.
jungle
I'ma
is because
die.
you don't accept people.
I'm not saying it's a
You
jungle.
don't.
I'm not saying
Yes,
it's a
you
jungle.
are.
But you acting like I grew
I
up.
done-
No.
I
Hold
went-
on.
You know what's crazy?
Hold on.
I
But
done popped up in New York by myself.
But-
we're in Brooklyn, the same.
Bro,
Listen.
I'm not saying that,
No,
bro.
no,
I'm not
no,
saying
no,
that
no.
it's some type of jungle, bro. But I'm saying when
Then why'd you say it like
when
that?
it comes
You
to
said it like it
when
was a
it
scary
when it
place,
comes
right?
when it comes
It was
to
scary,
when
right?
it comes
Was it
to
scary?
when it comes to my perspective, you always
Yeah.
think I grew up in a house like this. I did not
No,
grow up in a house
that's
like
not
this,
what
nigga.
that- no, that's
I did not.
No, that's not what that means. But you grew up protected away from survival of the fittest. I can guarantee you that.
But what type of neighborhoods, though?
Bro,
You- no,
That's not
no,
the.
in
I,
what
I
type of
get.
neighborhoods?
Listen, I get what he's saying. Basically, he's saying is like there's really areas in certain cities to where like if you don't do what you got to do, you gonna get dead.
Man.
You feel me? Like real shit. Even if, of course, like even me, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I grew up in the hood where I had to. You feel me? I didn't, but I know folks personally that where you if you didn't do what you had to do, you getting dead.
And do you
so
judge
look,
that
but
person?
look. So imagine like you in a situation, and even if it's not a situation to where it's self-defense, there's situations to where there and I'm not, you know what I'm saying? There's situations to where there was people that they had to do that nigga, Because if they didn't do that, nigga, something's gonna happen.
And just imagine if all them niggas just said, you know what, I'm gonna just put all that shit
But
aside.
it
Just
can't.
imagine.
But it
Just
can't.
imagine if they
But
did.
who's
They
gonna be-
can.
Hold up,
They
no,
can.
no, no.
Can't.
Hold up, they can't.
You can't.
But what happens?
Why can't they?
No, listen.
Why can't
I'm
they?
about to take.
Because that's not the real world. That's not the real world. Because those situations happen with every race.
Yeah.
It's not only with black people.
But
There'll be a
right now we're talking about
Hold on.
right now we're talking about the demographic with the highest crime rate in this nation, right?
And this is how you know he's so protected.
It's induced.
No, listen, I'm about to cook you, right? So would you rather, do you want America to defund the whole military and pump it back into the thing and stop protecting America?
No.
Why?
No.
But that's what you're
No.
asking. But that's what these people are doing in their neighborhoods. It's the same thing, the same concept. They feel like this is what needs to be done. So there's people who go into, just like the movie Maverick.
Yeah, it's not on something like they're deciding to do it. Like, there's kids that really grow up on this. There's kids that see that dope dealer with that nice car and the chains. I want to be that.
And they
I want to
wasn't
do
able
that.
to listen
There's
to King
kids,
Von in their
like, you
mom's
have your
house.
morality, but there's really, that's why I said this life sucks, because it's really people have such a skewed morality and such skewed ethics that even killing might be okay with them. Satanists, it's okay for them. For some Satan, I don't know how Satanists work, but some of them drink blood. It's okay for them. To you, that's crazy. That's out of this park. You feel me? You wouldn't do that, but to them, that's okay. So you can't go based off of your own morality when everyone else's morality is always in play at all times. So that's why when I feel like when delivering a message, you're supposed to go. That's why I don't want to get into a whole Christian talk on here. But like, you feel me? The Bible, I feel like the Bible is so great because it's so general. People try to make it so specific. It's literally, you know what I'm saying? It's so general. Like, God says, I'm as simple as he says, do not kill. He didn't say, do not kill if your mom got. Of course, he just says, do not kill. You're used to, you interpret that for yourself, but leave it as it is. Don't try to change it and try to change the truth of those words. Those words, by definition, simply say, do not kill. Yeah. So he even says in your mind, if you think about killing, you've killed. So it's all about intent. You feel me? And the action is just the justifier. You feel me? Of that intent.
Well, when it comes to the Bible, I can't sit here and agree with you guys on those type of things because I'm not a follower of the Bible.
No, because you didn't read it. You don't have to read the book.
No. It's okay.
What if I told you math was a religion?
I'm not gonna
listen. Answer the question.
If math was a religion,
I told you math was a religion.
Yes, personally, I don't mean to disrespect anybody, but I'm extremely against religion.
Listen. Religion is the problem, though. Religion is bad. Yes. Religion. Yeah, people created religion. The book has nothing to do with religion.
Bible has been rewritten by white people for fucking centuries.
Where did the story come from?
But what hasn't been rewritten?
No one knows where it came from because it's been rewritten so many times. No one knows where it came from.
So why is this story so important? Like, how did this one person come to the planet and they wrote a book about him and it became the best-selling book ever?
Because they had great marketers and great salesmen selling that story.
Great marketers back. Marketing what? It's not like we got commercials.
There's been marketing has been around forever, brother, man.
News will tell you one thing. Nothing is better than the truth. That's the truth.
So that's the truth for you. The Bible is the truth for you. The concept is the truth for you. The Bible concept, the Bible concept is the truth for you. It's not the truth for me.
You don't
it's
even
not
read
the
it
truth.
to know the concept.
I grew up in the church.
Growing up in the church
and I got out of the church.
Different.
I grew up in the church and I got out of the church.
That's the problem. The church and the Bible is different. God is about relationship, not about the church.
Man, you know what the church is supposed to be? Yeah. This is why you got to read the book. Because if you get the concept of what the church is supposed to be, it's supposed to be your community, not a building.
Not even just that. I don't want to make this seem all church, all you know what I'm saying? Because I love God because to me it's simply logic. It makes sense. To me it's common sense what he says because he says everything in literal. That's why when God said he doesn't say God is this, God is. It is what it is, like real. There's real, and then there's your view. Like, he literally saying it for what it is. Everything he says for what it is. Everything he says, when he says do not kill, he has another side with everything. But people like to pick and choose. And when you pick and choose, from everything that you're learning from, you feel me? Like you said, you don't read. Of course, you abandon that. But you can still find truth in it. Just like you can find truth in the Quran. You can find truth in all of these things. Because there is truth in everything.
Yeah. And the crazy part is where they say, like, if you want to hide something from somebody, you put it in a book. The reason why, and the Bible talks about preachers and pastors who do it for the wrong reason. Once money get involved, people start compromising things. The love of money, that's why Jeffrey Osteen got the church he got. Because if I can tell you, if there's something you can't find out, right? What happens after you die? That's the question everybody got. There's no way for you to find that out. And the answer in this book is you are never getting to the end of the road anyway. So you might as well make this environment that you're living in have good character and respect. And you can enjoy what has been created for you. And when you get to that, you'll find out.
And not even just that. Name one way how in the Bible it caters to the desire of man.
I don't read the Bible, so I don't know.
Okay, but just you knowing Christianity as it is, not how other people talk about it, blase. What they teach. Name how one way it caters to the desire of man.
No clue.
You say you grew up in the church, so you know.
No clue. I wiped my brain from anything that had to do with anything Christianity related. I swear.
You don't remember anything?
I don't remember anything. Christianity was so traumatic for me growing up.
Okay.
It was so traumatic for me growing up.
Explain that.
A lot of it had to do with life and death. I was afraid as fuck of death.
Okay.
I would go into the shower and I would cry because I would steal a pencil in school, and then the Bible sits here and tells you that if you have sins, or they sit here and tell you in Sunday school, not the Bible, but in Sunday school they'll tell you if you do wrong you'll go to hell. I was super afraid of that. I wiped my entire mind for anything Christianity.
But see,
related.
you should have fear because fear guides you.
Not even just that.
But the thing is, you don't have to fear life and death as much if you listen to the concepts it's teaching you. Really what it's teaching you is about how to build character and have respect. That's why I can go into rooms.
And not even just that. Not even a lot of people try to teach faith-based relationship, you know what I'm saying? You said you was crying about if you steal a pencil, man, I sin, God, Jesus said you're forgiven. You don't get into heaven because if you sin or not. We're going to sin. He literally says you're forgiven. Yeah. Everything go bad. He says if you believe, that's how you get it. That's it.
I want to go back to something that you said really quick. You said earlier that there's truth in everything when you were mentioning the Bible, right? So that basically goes into message and delivery. There's truth in everything. What's wrong with my message? Is there not truth in what I'm saying? Is there not truth in what I'm saying?
That's why I say that's why I say that you're right. But I'm telling you. But here's the thing: what you're saying, there's only so little people that can perceive that because you're narrowing the way you say it down to people who are just like you. Yeah. You're not supposed to talk to people who are just like you.
Yeah.
When you have a message, you're supposed to reach people who are may not think like you.
I agree on that.
Try to get them to say, because if everybody is on an individual accord, we would have 330 million governments in America because everybody thinks there's a different way to do it. So obviously, there's a way that people can talk to say, hey, the government did the best job at narrowing the decision between two things. All right? They can pick between two. Now, if we had 70,000 people running for president, the hate would be way worse than it is with a Republican and a Democrat. That's how they built the system that way. And that's why a lot of the book, you can realize how the government runs if you read the book because it tells you. Because this is how
that's what I'm saying. The Bible isn't something because this whole spiritual. No, it's like it tells you how shit work. Like if you really look into it, like it's really informational. Like I'm telling you, like exactly. I'm not a churchy dude. I don't go to church every Sunday. I'm not gonna sit here like I do my devotions and all that. But I have a great relationship with God. I feel like because I learn as life goes on. I think about what I read and I'm like, dang, that makes sense.
It was written to create order. It was written to create order, and order is being followed, evidenced by.
Hold up, no. But here's the thing.
Nothing.
Hold up. Do you want it to be chaos?
No, hold on.
Of course, I don't want it to be
First
chaos.
foremost,
why would I want it to be chaos?
So the only way to protect yourself from chaos is to be behind the thing that creates the order.
It was written to create.
So
order.
how do you think order should be created?
I ain't gonna lie. It was written for salvation.
No. I need him to answer this.
No clue. That's out of my control. So I'm just telling you why the Bible was written.
Hold up. So would you rather remove all religions?
I would not rather remove all religions because some people.
You know what's going to happen after that though? Somebody is going to feel like I have the best message. Yeah. And it's not going to be determined by who says the best things. It's going to be determined by who's the most powerful at the time. And you are a person who doesn't want this world to become survival of the fittest. That's why I'm not going to say it's why you hide away from things, but it's that fear of how the world could be if it was survival of the fittest is what keeps you in your box. But if you build the character that the book is trying to help you build, you can go out into the world and be fine.
What character would the book help me build?
The way that you talk to people, because it starts here. You're so used to being behind a screen or behind your phone that you talk in certain ways. And that's why I go back to the beginning of this podcast when I said it's so easy for you to say it to the camera. When I said say it to him, you was copying.
I already explained that. I already explained why I answered like that.
Yeah, because you understand maybe everybody's not this one paintbrush I'm trying to paint people with.
No,
you realize when you talk to him.
No. You think I'm trying to paint? You think I'm trying to paint people with this one paintbrush, but I'm not.
Then why did you have to change your rhetoric for him?
Because you took it completely out of context. What I said. That's why. You took it completely out of context. But whatever.
You said people. When did I take out of context from people who cater their rhetoric?
No, it was about me being scared,
so
dude.
My question is, you said people who cater their rhetoric for platforms are scared, right? Yes.
And basically, he's saying that you were catering your rhetoric.
Yeah, and then you turned around and catered your
No,
rhetoric.
it's
to him.
because of the way you said it, though.
So now we're here. We're here.
You took shit completely out of context,
a couple
dude.
yes or no questions.
Go ahead. How would you like me to answer the questions?
So yes or no? Is people who cater their rhetoric, are they scared?
Depends.
That would depend. But that's all I'm saying. That's all I be trying to tell you.
No. You think I'm bullshitting. You think I'm bullshitting.
He just admitted that I'm right.
Yeah.
Because
No, I did not. It's
Yes,
a 50-50 split. Okay, it's a 50-50 split. You may be right. You may be wrong.
So
wait.
hold on. No,
You may be right on that. You may be wrong.
No. But my point to you is, you can't talk to people like paint them with these paintbrushes you want to paint them with.
You think I paint? Okay.
Because you just realized that maybe there is a reason to do it.
Right.
No.
But you only seen things from your perspective. I want to say what I want to say.
And I'm gonna say what I want to say.
And that's why you have problems with respecting people. That's why you scared.
You think I'm disrespecting people. You think I'm disrespecting people.
I know you
but
don't
I'm
talk
not.
To, I know
I'm
you
not.
will not talk to the
Okay,
people.
Okay, give me a statement that I've said on this podcast that I won't say to someone else to their face.
About Lizzo and them?
About Lizzo?
No.
Oh.
He had to cop please to him early.
Nigga,
I asked you. He said people.
I was copping please. I was copping please.
My nigga said.
Please. I said, do
To
you
a yes or no
think
answer.
people cater their rhetoric are scared?
Yeah.
Earlier, now forget what you said today. Earlier, you said yes. So I said, is he scared? You was like, well, and do you start?
No, because you like to take shit out of context, bro. That's
not
why.
what you said, though?
That's why.
You said it.
I said it. I said it. I said it. Okay, I said it. I
But
said
you know
it.
what's crazy?
I said it.
Okay.
I said it. I said it. I said it.
If you read the book, even the concept of Jesus, teach or do unto those as you want done unto you. Like sometimes all you gotta do is become a reflection of people. I don't even be arguing with you with my own thoughts. I'll be arguing with your own thoughts. I'll take something you say earlier and then take it, and you're arguing with yourself this whole time because you never looked inward. And maybe if you got these concepts to look inward, you wouldn't have these problems.
At the end of the day,
And it'd be easier for you to accept other people because you're like, dang, it took me 25 years to realize who I was.
Man.
Maybe they still in the process of learning who they are. Maybe I shouldn't judge them so quick. I'm
gonna continue. I'm gonna continue
can't say
to
that.
judge
I did
people
call
that
it-
kill people. I'm gonna continue to judge people that rob people. I'm gonna continue to do that. You guys can sit back and say it's okay. It's the system and shit.
No one said
So
it's okay.
I'm gonna continue to
Nobody said
judge.
Nobody said it was okay.
But the problem is, you don't accept other people's justification for killing. But you accept yours, though.
Why would I accept?
You said if somebody breaking your crib, you killing them.
No, I see
If
now.
they charge towards you,
if
yes.
they
Hold
charge
on, let me
towards
take
me.
Okay,
If
my
they
bad.
charge towards me.
You said if somebody poses a threat to you, you're gonna kill them, right?
Yes.
That's what you said.
Self-defense. Yes, a lot of these niggas are just going
So-
out there
and-
just
and
shooting each other.
and pose a threat
Okay.
because you live in this box.
But
that you
what
been
a
raised
threat to you is might be different to what a threat to somebody else is. Because some people, if they see someone charging, they can hit them with a break their arm or some shit.
Yeah.
They might not have to kill them, and they might think
The way
killing
to
is
summarize
immoral.
facts.
You know what I'm saying? So just like in that situation, okay, boom, there might be a dude. This is a hypothetical. There might be a dude. Okay, boom, he talking crazy to bro. He know bro crazy. Bro say, I'm gonna kill your mom. There's a lot of niggas that
He
kill
said
niggas'
he
mamas
gonna
out
wait
here.
to find out.
There's a
That's
lot
what
of
he
niggas that kill niggas'
not
mamas
waiting
out
for
here.
shit.
You gonna
And
wait to find out?
trust and believe.
Dude,
if you
no,
get
wait, hold on. Go ahead, bro.
Okay.
I'm gonna get them in a second.
If
Go
he
ahead.
talks about that
trust
moment,
and believe.
I'm cooking
No.
him.
Trust and believe. Like if some niggas, they might spin your shit. Like I'm not gonna say and act like I'm not gonna say black white, but they might spin your shit. So
Yep.
so in that situation, either you could. cease that right there. Put that fire out right there.
Yo,
or that situation can leak on.
Gotcha.
You feel me?
Gotcha.
And in them situations,
You can wait to
and in them
find out.
situations, even if and a lot of these young people that crashing out, they young kids,
Right.
so they already ain't there. So King Von, I'm very sure he doing this. King Von was not over 23 years old, was he?
No.
I think
He was like 25 or 26.
But he spent like 8 years.
Bro,
in jail.
he young,
now,
dog.
Now that's different. Kill your mom is different. I just want to touch on this.
That's
really
not
quick.
different.
I want to touch on this.
Killing
really quick.
is killing.
I want to touch. Yeah, I got you. I want to touch on this
Hold
really
on, so
quick.
what's
Hold on.
different?
Can I touch on this
Okay,
really
go
quick?
ahead.
Because you said
Pause.
and here we go with the pauses. That you said something about someone saying killing my mom, right? You made a statement back when we first met. You said spit on your mom. That's what you said. Let's be very clear about
No,
that. Let's be
that
very
was
very.
one of the- that was one of- that was only one
But
of
you
the
didn't say
examples.
kill. Kill is a lot
No,
different.
you can ask
Kill is a
Leroy.
lot different. You want to call Leroy down
Yeah,
here?
but
hold
You
on.
want to call
You're
Leroy
gonna
down
get
here
cooked.
because
That's why
killing,
Leroy-
killing, bro. Here we go, bro.
Okay.
Because then we said because he brought up. Never mind. There was an.
Don't
This-
forget to bring up the topic of
No.
you don't know where somebody's line is to cross.
Exactly.
Because you can.
Because
You,
somebody was posed a question and they said if somebody does this, says this, it's time.
Right.
We got to go. And they gave an example of a time where some people wanted to take the Gerald Buncombe, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, can you come down here real
cellular
quick?
phone route.
And it was too late.
But they was already on
Wait, so my question is, so what if self-defense become illegal? Is killing okay in self-defense?
That's the listen. Because now you said if self-defense
like,
becomes
what if
illegal,
you cannot? Like, what if you just can't kill nobody for no reason, any means necessary?
that probably wouldn't happen here in the United
But-
States
but-
of America.
but- but-
The
And anywhere in the
Constitution
world.
is
But
already set
and
in stone.
it can happen. Though.
So what happens if America falls in your lifetime? You have no principles. to
No,
fall
well,
back
as
on.
of right now, it hasn't fallen yet. It hasn't fallen yet. But here's Leroy.
Okay,
Leroy, come here real
can
quick,
you come
Leroy.
in here real quick?
Come here real quick, Leroy. Come here real
Now,
quick, Leroy.
can you bend down into the camera? You know what I'm saying? Right there. I need to ask you a question. Okay, we had a conversation about 3-4 weeks ago, and you can tell me if this hypothetical is posed. Now, we posed a hypothetical that said if somebody spits on your mom, what would you do? Some people said if it already happened, they're gonna let it go or they're gonna call the police.
I'm gonna fuck them up.
Okay, and do you remember another scenario that was posed where we said if somebody says they're gonna kill your mom?
Was never brought up, dude.
Was
Leroy,
that
was that
scenario
brought up?
posed?
Leroy?
No, thank you. You're done. You're done.
crazy.
This
is crazy.
That's all we need you for. Thank
Oh,
you.
brought up. They did.
Upstanding gentlemen.
That was
of-
never-
Hey, go ahead. Shout out your businesses real quick. You know what I'm saying?
No, wow.
Well, I don't know if you want to put it on this one because he done said some things.
You gotta eat up now.
Y'all gonna have to fight to get in the cookout next year. All right? This summer, y'all
You
gonna be
did say
fighting
it.
to
You
get in the
did.
cookout.
You did say
It's just
it.
a wild stuff, man.
Y'all gonna, hey, while everybody's celebrating Juneteenth, y'all gonna be at the 4th of July festival.
Man. You all right?
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Yes, you did.
Goodness.
You didn't say it. I said it. I raised the hypothetical.
Yeah, he said it. We can
So
move
now,
on.
now the question is here. What are you gonna do? Somebody.
If
said
someone says they're gonna kill my mom,
that. Yeah, what are you gonna do?
bro, I'm gonna call the police and I'm gonna get my gun.
So,
Okay, the police come. They say we can't validate it as a credible threat to lock them up. Then what?
So
Then
what,
I'm gonna go with my mom and make sure that if someone comes to the crib, and if they pose a
but
threat
the question
and they charge
is,
at us,
But see-
but listen, that's in a country to where okay, the police can't help me out. It's illegal. There's countries. If someone says they're gonna kill your mom,
And what's crazier though is you think there's no environment where now I could just sit and wait.
Man.
You have
Yeah.
you have lived in an environment where you could say, well, if somebody come to the house and there's some people who can't take
yeah,
that
you
chance
can't.
because they
yeah.
know who on the other side.
Yeah, bro. A lot of people, it's like that. Shit get done.
You know why?
But see,
You know
if
the
you
term
understand-
creep
Shit get
creep
done.
on a nigga. I'm sorry, creep on somebody. You just wait around the block.
Shit
You wait
get
around
done.
2 blocks. You watching 3 cars back. Creeping. You creep. You literally waiting for the right opportunity.
And
you,
not
that
even,
one
not
time
even,
you
look,
go to the gym, and
even
she at home,
even to
it's over
expand that
with.
situation, he might be bluffing. He might say that just fuck up your head. So now you off your pivot.
Right.
You thinking about saving your mom. You not even thinking about
and
yourself no
why
more.
is that young black man even thinking about killing that other black man?
Because of the environment.
Oh, you're making excuses. You're making excuses. You're making excuses.
You have to understand why it happens.
I'm never gonna
hold up,
understand
hold up,
that.
Hold up, listen. Because if you never understand it, you never look at how to fix it.
I'm not
How-
gonna-
shut
go ahead,
up.
go ahead,
Shut
go
up.
ahead. I'm not
You're
gonna
listening
understand. Go-
sometimes, bro.
Go ahead.
The way that you fix that is the leading indicator of crime is single parent households. And if you cared to look at all of these kids' background, you will realize that's the thing, right? And if you can figure out that's the thing, you can start encouraging people.
I grew up in a single parent household.
So you should-
I grew up in a single parent household.
But you're not the average, dummy.
Okay, whoa.
Come on.
What do you mean?
You have to be smarter
and that's the
than
problem.
this.
Why is the average in the place that they're at right now?
Why
Because they
can't
won't
you
change
just-
their thought process on
No,
life.
Because,
You go back to the
because
system,
people are,
you go
when
back to
you're
everything.
born, depending on your environment, you are already set on a clear-cut path. You think because you have succeeded better
It's based
than the
on you
people,
whether to succeed or not.
No,
It's not based on the
and
society.
it's not even that. You're taking your situation and you're saying because I succeeded in this situation,
Everybody else
I
should.
could expect everybody to do it. When everybody didn't have, you don't even know people's situations enough to know if it was exactly like theirs or not. There could have been one thing in you could have, the kid who stabbed you in school, you could have wrestled the knife and accidentally cut him and they locked you up because you was a black dude in a white Catholic school.
Yep.
Then what? What would you be saying now?
Well, it didn't happen. But
That's the point.
It didn't happen.
That's the
So
point.
we would never know. We would never know. But we can move on. This was a great topic. We can move on. We can move on.
So where do you think like your next pivots are going to be for like content creation?
Pushing YouTube and streaming definitely. But really, the content creating has never been like an end all be all for me. Like I really like since I was a kid, I wanted to be like a dancer type shit. But like, of course,
Nah, Nick can dance. I ain't
saw
gonna
that
lie.
on TikTok.
yeah, like that was my biggest like Step Up, Usher, Michael Jackson. Like that was like even to this day, I dance everywhere I go. But like I'm realistic. Like I remember when I was in 6th grade, we had to do a report on like what we wanted to be in life, and I was studying dancers, like the average dancer. I was like, these niggas make no money, dog. Like nothing. Like of course nowadays with all the social media, you can maybe do what you do, but you don't know no dancer really getting chicken for real. I ain't gonna lie, I'm trying to like really. I enjoy YouTube. Like YouTube to me is since the beginning. I've been a YouTube nigga. You know what I'm saying? When I was a kid, I'm not big. I'm not too big on like YouTube now. But like I've been on YouTube since I was 9, 10 years old. So I've seen the OG YouTube. Like I know how shit was before that whole little world monetization happened and the government started watching everything. Like shit was just raw. Like everyone posting genuine content. People doing what they doing and they blowing up for what they doing. Like that's me. I want everything that I have, my fan base, everything to be genuine. So when it comes to YouTube, those are the most genuine fan bases. If you do what you do on YouTube and you're doing like, and the way I want to do it, I'm the content. Like I'm not doing a gimmick. Like I'm not doing a certain type of video and only the type of video blow. I want me to be the product. I want to be the product. So you know, like a Ye, like a LeBron, like they're the product. It's not if LeBron plays basketball, he's LeBron. Nah, now LeBron is LeBron. No matter where he go, no matter like I want me to be Matt Black, rich.
Have you been to New York?
I haven't. Nah.
I think you should go because one thing New York taught me, and I realized why New York can progress at the pace it does as opposed to like other places. Because people are forced to be around each other. 1, 2. After you cover the cost of living, it's really like not that expensive to live. People always bring up because, and I was a victim of my perspective because like I was looking at life like, okay, if I live in Georgia, I need a house, obviously somewhere to live. I need a car, gas, that's going to cost, you know what I'm saying? They have these public transportation, you know what I'm saying? They have the local bodega. You could go get you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like $6,000 there with $3,500 rent could still get you more life experience than $6,000 down here with $1,200.
I mean, it depends because Atlanta, like
It's a budding market.
yeah, Atlanta.
Yeah. I think Atlanta is in such a. We can't judge it while it's like this. I'm judging Atlanta
I ain't
based
gonna
off
lie,
like the average.
but
time.
that's. I think Atlanta, like just like you're saying with New York, like if you really live, because with Atlanta, this is the thing about Atlanta. If you don't got a car in Atlanta, you can't do nothing. That's one thing. If you don't got a car, and there's 2, you really just have to like go somewhere and meet you really have to put yourself in the situation to where like you can start experiencing shit. Cause I ain't gonna lie, like it's not like I grew up like most of the time I was out here in Gwinnett, so like it's not like I was over here doing crazy shit. Like I had to step out. Like I had to let me go to Atlanta, let me go to the city, or let me go to this party, or let me go to this meeting, or let me go to this mixer or whatever. I had to step out, and the more I kept doing that, the more I kept meeting people. And you have to, as a person, if you want to build whatever you building, you have to, you know what I'm saying, that real life shit matter, bro. Like you can do whatever you do on the camera, But like shit, you get 300 views on a video. What if one of them views Drake? You know what I'm saying? And then he changed your life. A lot of people might not even know who you was. Next thing you know, 2 weeks later, Drake got his hand on your shoulder and he posts you one time. So now all them followers that people working so hard for, now you got like 100,000. Yep. So is a follower really that important? Are they really that valuable? It's not. It's your connections. People want real money. You know what I'm saying? Well, people want real money, but they want to do it in stupid ways. Like, you got to be real. Like, that real life shit is always going to be the most valuable shit, no matter what. Like, people won't even leave the house no more. Like, that ass, you can hit up a girl, and she said, I don't like linking with folks. We're going to have to, like, get to know each other. Over the phone, shawty? Yeah. Like, what? Like, my fault. Like, over the phone, like, real life. Like, you dead ass might have to talk to somebody for, like, a month or something to meet them in person for the first time.
You know why, though? It's fear, right? One thing, the media will show you what you're the most scared of. A lot of times. Yeah. Because that's the thing that people obsess over. That's facts. So a lot of people who are into them true crime stuff, they're really terrified of people, right? And sometimes it's just lack of experience in whatever. I've realized that from a lot of people who like are from New York that moved down here, because New York, you knew everybody or you knew somebody who knew everybody. Now you can act in certain ways that everybody understands me, right? But then you get down here and then you got people not vouching for your character. You feel like the punishment is heavier. It's not. That's what they're used to here. The punishment is like this because we don't know everybody. So we have to make sure we catch the, like, you know what I'm saying? The people that we think are going to do bad, because if we don't, we're going to be blamed, right? So we got to catch these people early. And that's what happens. So. And
that's where having an identity is so important. Because, you know, when you have your identity, when you know yourself as a person, no matter where you're from, no matter how you move, you know how you move. Exactly. And you're going to stand on that. Now, people judge you, people do whatever to you because of that, then it is what it is. But you won't stand. Like, agreeable people don't make it in life. You know what I'm saying? You need to be mean. Like, you need to stand on what you stand on. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? There's avenues to this shit. There's ways to get shit done. Like, people want to say, oh, do what you, like, I ain't going to lie. There's winners and losers in life. Yeah. You feel me? Like, you could choose to win. You could choose to lose. And you win a certain way. You know what I'm saying?
You need to be mean. You need to stand on what you stand on. That's what he just said.
Hold on. But there's a time.
That's literally.
Look. But
that's
listen,
literally what he just
said.
It's
what I said earlier.
Wow.
You're picking and choosing from what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you need, but there's a time for everything. Mm-hmm. Of course, like obviously, yes, there's a time that you need to be stern, but you need to be stern when someone is showing you personally that they're not. You know what I'm saying?
You need to be mean. You need to stand on what you stand on. Wow.
But see.
Wow. I'm told that's wrong when I do it.
I said something.
But see, like you say, I think it comes from you not having other people's perspective.
Of course, there's an excuse. There's an excuse.
He said no, because you're not you're trying to attach yourself when you want to be attached, but you're not attaching the whole part because it doesn't match.
I don't want to come back to me. Go ahead. Go ahead. My bad.
He's saying I stepped out. I did these things, but I knew who I was. The difference between him and you is you don't go anywhere. Now we're getting you out. You had all of these judgments that we told you were bad judgments because you didn't go out. And a lot of that you didn't go out because you didn't have no identity. I'm not saying that's what it was, but why didn't? Because you only felt like you were comfortable.
I feel like identity is the biggest problem with humankind in general. Mm-hmm. People use certain things to just base their whole identity off of, rather than building their character and their identity. So when you start swerving out your lane, you won't hit another car. You know what I'm saying? So like that's why I feel like identity is so important. Like you as a person should always be looking at things and evaluating yourself to build yourself. You know what I'm saying? No matter where you come from. And yes, you're gonna say, oh, so that means that those people that are in those environments shouldn't be killing people. But you gotta understand, even though they are killing people, you're gonna call that man evil. Those who has not sinned should not cast the first stone. You stolen before. You evil. You a thief, ain't it? If you do something if you kill somebody one time, that makes you a murderer, right? So that means you stolen before. You're a thief. You lied before. You're a liar. You deceived before. You a deceiver.
Now you know what I'm saying? You're going off of Bible ethics.
No. Lying,
lying, stealing, and killing aren't they a part of the Ten Commandments?
Hold on. No. Listen, you're listening to me wrong though. These are.
I got a simple question for him, bro. So Now we justify, and the reason why these aren't Bible ethics, these should be ethics.
They
of
are
everybody.
Bible ethics. 10
They're not.
Commandments.
Okay.
Lying, stealing, and killing are all a part of the
Sin
10
is
commandments,
not
are they
bad
not?
because it's bad. Sin is bad because it's destructive. This is destructive behavior. If you do any of those things, it's destructive.
Because like if
It's not bad because they don't like it.
Hold up, what did you steal from when you was a kid?
I told you I took a pencil or some shit.
From where?
From school.
So now the owner of that school, while you were still in that pencil, they shot and killed you. Would you be okay with that?
I mean, I would be dead, so of course I don't
If
know if I'd be okay with it or not.
If that happened to your kid, would you want to
No,
live
of
in a
course,
society?
of course I wouldn't be okay with that.
Hold up. But you are comfortable in a society where somebody says if somebody is stealing in your house, right? You think you could kill them, right?
If they're charging me and threatening my life, yes.
How
That's
do you
what
know-
I said. That's what I said.
When does it rise
That's
to a
what I
level?
said.
Okay, so what happens if they're not charging you with threatening your life and they stealing your shit?
Like
So,
off your
and
your
then,
wrist.
like, you gotta understand.
So-
think from the thief perspective.
Yeah, I'ma
when
give
you
you
break it
an
into that house, right?
Yep.
When you break it into that house,
Yep.
like, you know that there's a possibility you could die, you could get,
Mm-hmm.
handled. So regardless, if you're saying it's okay for them for you to kill them, right? So you gotta think from the
circumstance. Go ahead, bro. I'm gonna get you in a second. Go ahead.
no, I'm saying you're saying you think it's okay. I mean, self-defense, right? Self-defense is very,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
I
saying?
want to get on that when he's done. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay,
Do you-
Hold
but-
on, let it, bro. Go ahead and finish. Please,
but
please.
okay, boom. That person, that might have been his first time doing not a kick though. His first time, he trying to steal a laptop and a TV, pay his rent for his family and his 2 kids, and he'll never steal again. But you killed him.
Well, I want to explain to you what I'm saying with that, okay? If someone breaks into my home, right, I am not going to automatically kill them.
No.
Let me finish, Rich. I'm not going to automatically
Okay.
kill them. They have to pose a threat to me. If they have their back turned, I'm going to start giving them orders. That's what I'm going to do. Now, if they fail to follow those orders and they start threatening me by charging me or something like that, then at that point I am going to kill them.
But
because
that's
my
the
life is
same.
in
That's the
danger.
same justification police use. They say that black man posed a threat, so I killed him. But that's wrong.
Listen.
Police say that
when you
same
say-
thing. They
no,
say,
but-
"Oh, they killed him because he posed a threat. He wasn't following rules. He was doing this, so we killed him." That man was breaking into a house, so that equates to killing.
Like I said,
He was charging you.
You're not getting what I'm saying.
Hold on, what if he
No,
has-
hold
hold
on.
on,
He's
what if
not
he has
getting.
no weapon? What if he has
He's
no
not
weapon
getting.
breaking
I don't know
your
if he has a weapon or not. If you're charging me he's not getting what I'm saying. If he's just standing there, I'm not gonna automatically kill him. I'm not gonna do that. He has to be posing a threat. Has to be charging me.
You want to know how, like, you may have been in dangerous situations, you may feel like, but for you to think you have all of this time to rationalize this in your head, like,
Yeah.
especially I doubt you've been robbed with guns on you any more than maybe twice.
I've never been robbed with a gun on me.
Okay,
I've never been.
So
no.
and that's
no.
why sometimes, and that's just people's argument. If you have a gun, sometimes you're more apt to use it, right? Because if I'm in a situation and I have a gun, there's a certain level of disrespect I feel okay with giving, right? That's how people act because I know I got something that will equal the
Equalizer.
playing field, like if it gets there. So I feel like I don't have to have upstanding character in this situation, or I don't have to have respect in this situation. And a lot of times you could tell the way people talk about people, how much respect or upstanding character they have and how bad they judge them, right? Because now you feel like there's all these people who you can say this or not, but like, do you feel like the people that you're saying are doing bad are beneath you?
I think we're all equal in life. It's you live your life the way you choose to live your life.
So why don't you do all of this, like, why don't you do the self-help? Because instead of you telling everybody else what's wrong, you could tell everybody what's wrong with you and fix people that are just like you, because you know the people just like you the best. That would be the best thing to do, right?
Shout out my nigga Kendrick.
We don't talk about the stuff that's wrong with
You
me.
could.
Well, you guys bring the topics up. So I'm just gonna talk about the topics.
You answer it.
I'm just gonna talk about the topics that are brought up. They always bring up something about what I don't like and who I judge. They
Okay.
never bring up other things. So
Like what? Like what?
No. My question is, if you can remember back, we have circled back to the black community as always, because that's what we love to judge. How long did we spend on the petitions? He didn't tell us what website, what petitions they were for. He didn't tell us none of this stuff.
Just the name.
But you exactly. That's it. You gave the bare minimum when it comes to doing stuff that you feel is in your
I have to
best
check my
interest.
emails. Check my emails.
You got your iPad right here.
I'll check it later. I'll be prepared. I'll be prepared next time. But that's a great point, man.
Yeah,
You use
deep fried.
you use the brick wall analogy, like put me into a brick wall.
Because
Pause.
and the reason why, because
You wildin', cuz.
I was one of them kids in school. I never asked for relationship advice from my peers because like we all trying to figure out the same thing.
No bullshit.
Let me
On
go
God.
ask people. This is why it's good to keep your elders in your community. It's not a. I don't know about other practices in other countries, but I know in African communities a lot, you know what I'm saying, or Jamaican communities, most black communities, right? They don't send their elderly to homes and like.
No, not at all. Absolutely not. That's weird.
Take
I ain't
care
gonna
of
lie.
them in the house.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
But
I
people
find it
get
kind of
here,
weird.
They got
No,
hospice
you
center.
right.
Oh, we're gonna move in grandma's house and we're gonna put her in the hospice up the road. They drinking and partying in this house that's already paid for. That's like kind of like
crazy.
the downfall of generational wealth if you don't like teach people like certain things. But this is why you have to have people in your community you talk to outside of your family, because your family, I'm sorry, they're gonna hide stuff because they don't want their kids. They're scared of what they did. And if my kid knows what I did, then they might not accept me, right? But if you know how to talk to your kid and you understand where your kid coming from and not because I said so, you're talking to your kid like you wasn't a kid before.
Message.
But that's why I say you talk to you, and the way your rhetoric is, a lot of it is as somebody who didn't get to speak.
Right.
Right? But the probably the reason why whoever talked to you like that in your life was drill sergeant-y, because they was trying to protect you from something. Like in America, we have sundown counties, right? Or we used to, right? And well, I think we still do. But there were these counties that if you were outside, technically, I heard there's still some. I don't know verbatim, but like
Probably
you know what a sundown county
Iowa or
is?
Yeah, I know
some
what a
shit.
sundown
Montana
town or
some shit.
Yeah, sundown town.
Yeah.
You cannot, if you get caught out here after
over
dark,
with.
them rules of they're gone. Like the reason those parents couldn't afford to let their kids guess. Like, yo, I don't need you to question me right now. You gonna die out there. But we have progressed the community to where Gerald Buncombe can walk down the street in a white community in the South, and you think you coming back, all right? A predominantly wealthy white community at that, right? Where that may not have been the case back then. So you can't keep teaching the next generation with the way the old generation had to teach you. You have to realize where you are to change your rhetoric to help.
I'm not changing the rhetoric, but I guess I'm not even gonna change the delivery. Okay, why would I change the rhetoric? I don't get that.
Did it work for you?
No, it didn't work for me.
So if it didn't work for you, why are you using that on other people?
Because it.
What?
It was never. Okay.
They said somebody had a line. They said,
Here,
Granny
I
used
got
to tell
you.
us now we
Here,
gotta go
I
get
got
our
you.
own-
Black people, please, we're killing each other so much. Please stop killing each other.
But who talks to people
Please.
like that, though?
Exactly.
See,
Exactly.
but
So
you
I'm gonna
know-
keep doing what I'm doing.
And you know
I'm gonna
what?
keep doing what I'm doing.
And he's
Come on.
projecting again because
Come
somebody
on, bro.
belittled you in your life.
Come
But it was
on.
like, okay, little
Yep.
Gerald, if that's how you feel like, that's what happened to him.
You're mad because I'm delivering it wrong, and now he got to yell.
Yeah, he was embracing with the white teachers. He was like, all right, Gerald, you can calm down. That's what happened.
I don't know.
It's okay, bro. Once you don't even realize you're projecting yet until
Go to therapy.
yeah. One, you need to go to therapy.
You ain't lying.
The
That
fact
nigga
that-
good,
the
boy.
fact that,
No,
like,
he cold, bro.
and it's not bad that you
good.
have
Damn
this
near- he
feeling
pushing
or
30
like
though.
that. You know that
He got a lot of knowledge.
no, it's not even bad that like the church was traumatic. It was traumatic for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like, but
It's
it
bad
was
what
so
you
traumatic
took
that
from
you
that
blocked
experience.
it all off.
Yeah.
There's obviously some good knowledge left.
I'll
in
never
you.
go back. I'll never go back. I'll never go back.
So
Never
wait,
go
why
back.
speak on the
and you
topic
treat
if
the
you're
black
not willing
community-
to learn about it?
But here's the thing.
Wait,
you
no,
treat
he
the
brought
black-
up the church.
You
No,
treat
you
the-
guys brought up the church.
No,
You guys
yeah.
brought the Bible.
No, we
Go
did. We
ahead.
did. We
But
did.
that's
we
cool,
did.
but-
we did.
But here's the
To
thing.
negate it is crazy.
You treat church just like you treat the black community, and that's why I tell you if you read the book, the church is supposed to be your community. But your community, the church hurt people
Man.
possibly. You went to a black church first? Is that where the trauma came from?
I went to all black churches.
Yeah. So when you went to a black church, is that where your trauma came from?
And they're scammers.
So
Allen AME, in
That's a
Queens,
big
New
statement.
York.
That's
hold
a
up.
big
No,
statement.
hold up.
Scammers.
And let me
Scammers.
tell you how he just catered his rhetoric again.
Yeah.
He didn't want to say Holy Cross
Yeah.
because it was owned by white people.
Right.
Bro,
Now-
I didn't go to Holy Cross Church. I went to Holy Cross High School.
They didn't make you go to
There's
class.
a difference,
But
bro.
you didn't
Like,
want, listen,
what are you?
you didn't want to say their name on the podcast.
Wait, hold on.
Listen, you didn't want to say their name on the podcast. He's like, because there'd be lawsuits. That's what you said. But when it came to the black church, he was ready to throw it out the
ready to
window.
throw that
Look
motherfucker
how you
out.
treat your people.
I didn't want to
crazy.
hold back the podcast this time. That's why I did
Cooking,
it.
yo.
I didn't want to
That's
hold
crazy.
back the
No, this
podcast.
nigga getting-
Niggas cooked.
I didn't want to hold back the
I told you,
podcast.
nigga,
Deep
Luka
fried,
Doncic,
boy.
60-point triple-double tonight, all right?
Oh, wow. Oh, you give credit to the white man, but not Russell
He
Westbrook.
had-
Now we can move on. Come on. Next topic. Next topic. He gives credit to the white man, but he doesn't give credit to the black man.
Hold up. Russell Westbrook had a 60-point triple-double?
James Harden did.
He did. James
Yeah,
Harden did.
but I didn't think
James
about
Harden
that.
did.
Oh, of course you didn't, because he's not white. He's not white.
Because James
He's
Harden
not white.
ain't been popping
He's
like
not
that
white.
lately. That's it.
But-
He's not white.
But
Jay
look-
been turning up a
Nah,
little bit lately.
From the
Yeah,
casual
yeah, he
watcher
ain't
of the
been-
NBA,
yeah, you're right, you're
I'm
right.
watching the
Oh, so you're not as experienced in the NBA as others, is what you're saying.
For sure.
Okay.
Nigga, you see how easy that was to say? I can stand on my shit because I know who I am. It's hard for you to stand on
I
something.
know
because
who
you
I
don't
am. I
where
know
to
who I
stand.
am. I know
Wait,
who I am.
wait. Have you
I
ever
know who I
admitted
am.
your flaw?
What are your flaws?
My flaws?
Yeah.
Woo, baby. Pause. Hey, look. We'll talk about that another time. Let's talk about that another time. Maybe
But you can
okay.
talk about
Okay.
everybody
No,
else.
matter
Right.
of fact, my flaws. I want to get into this because you said this is one of my flaws. Well, you didn't say it was one of my flaws, but you called me a narcissist the other day. I would like to know. You said, and I have it written down here.
Yeah, go ahead.
The iPad is not working
Niggas
right
in
now.
his notes bag.
But
3 podcasts. 4
I was called, and we're gonna get back to Rich in a second, but I was called a narcissist,
I'm-
and I do things for my own interest at times. I would like you to tell me
Okay.
why you feel that way.
I think.
Well,
because-
no one cares about what you feel. Why
I
you
think,
think that
I
way?
think. I think.
That's real though.
self-admittedly,
That's real though.
You will say,
That's real,
I
though.
know my perspective, and I'm gonna stand on all aspects of what fall within my perspective. Would you say that's true or not?
I'm open to learning.
Yeah, and I say that's why you can. I think you can grow out of being a narcissist for sure. But at the current function of yourself, if everything is through your perspective, everybody who has a different perspective.
Tariq Nasheed's perspective.
It's not, bro. It's holy shit.
You said he's your where you get all your information
Holy
from.
shit, dude. Holy shit.
I'm asking you a question.
Not all of my. You think I'm gonna go to Tariq Nasheed and ask him how to hit a baseball? You think I'm gonna ask him? You said
ask
all,
him
you
all
said-
his
you
perspective
said
on the
all-
black community
you
rather
said-
than go and look for yourself.
True. Not all. Not all.
What-
there
what-
are multiple sources.
what idea that
there
you
are
have it?
There are multiple
No,
sources.
we keep going back to the black thing.
There
But
are-
go ahead.
I don't want to talk about the black thing too much. Just the narcissist thing. I just I really didn't understand it. I think Holler is definitely
No, that's crazy.
Holler.
That's crazy.
I think
Yeah.
Holler is taking it to a different level. But that's his opinion. Which is fine.
So you don't think you're a narcissist?
Give me a way you think.
No, I'm
a narcissist.
asking you. Do you not think you are? There's no situations where you feel like you're a narcissist.
I think we all have had narcissistic. Am I saying it right? Narcissistic
Why can't
moments in our lives.
I
before-
feel like you're tap dancing. I'd rather hear you say yes or no.
Nigga hit me with the tap dancing.
Yeah.
I'd
rather hear yes or no. I'd rather not hear what you got to say.
Ooh,
I'd rather hear yes or no. Do you think that you portray narcissistic behavior?
no, not consistently. Sometimes
Okay.
I do, but not consistently.
So
Okay.
what are your flaws
My flaws.
from your perspective?
From my perspective,
Mm-hmm.
Because if you don't got flaws, that means you can't.
no, I definitely
improve.
have flaws for
Okay.
sure.
Okay.
I definitely think that I could, I definitely think I could be more open to other people's opinions.
Okay.
For sure. So maybe that is a narcissistic.
So you're closed-minded? Or no?
I would say at sometimes I am closed-minded.
Okay.
Yes, I would say at sometimes I am closed-minded.
I appreciate that.
As I come back to marry you,
How much tape did we lose over there?
No, we didn't. I had to switch the memory card.
Oh,
But
okay.
anyway, what I was going to tell you is the problem with this is because you paint everybody with this brush of black and white. And the reason why these conversations are so hard for you to address is because then you have to realize everything's really on a spectrum, right? Narcissism isn't a definite or indefinite. Everybody is has a level of it. Just like they have 2K sliders. That's how humans are. Humans have a slider of personalities. So when I tell you the way you talk to people, you're trying to talk to people like you're this or that. when nobody's this or that, and you have to understand who they are to know how to give them the message. Nobody thinks people want to preach evil in this world, right? Now there are some people, and they're probably dealing with some traumatic event, but babies aren't born thinking, "Let me rain evilness on this world."
It's all taught.
Yeah.
It's all learned.
Great points, guys.
You ever watch Batman?
Never watched Batman.
Well, I was about to
Never
say
will
Bane
watch
is
Batman.
Bane is like that guy too.
I think that's what did you watch growing up?
Tariq Nasheed.
Growing up, like, you want to start from the beginning?
Yeah.
Started off with the Teletubbies.
Okay.
Went to Caillou.
I guess
And I went to Dragon Tales.
Okay, that's fire.
And then there was one show in the morning time. It was like an outer space show. It was like a Motherlord or some shit.
Cyber Chase?
Cyber Chase.
Ooh, that's that
Used to watch
motherfucker right there.
Cyber Chase in the morning. And then that's when I started to transition over to Nickelodeon and Dan Schneider's weird ass. Started watching Drake and Josh.
See, that's where my perspective different. Cause I ain't had cable TV till like late middle school, early high school. So I was watching regular stuff for the longest. I watched Family Guy 7.
Yeah.
And then I probably ain't watching TV no more. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
I played sports all like if it was sun to be had, I was outside, bruh.
What you was playing?
Basketball, football, baseball, whatever people were playing in the neighborhood. That's why I think neighborhoods are important.
Hell yeah.
Okay. People gotta go
Hell yeah.
outside. Like
Bro, people hate going outside. People really weird, bro.
I think it's just a transition though, because like
Oh,
we were
people
here.
really weird.
Now the neighborhoods are a little bit. I feel like the neighborhoods are too big now.
Not only that,
Not
video games has a
even.
lot to do with it.
Yeah,
too.
bro. Not even like instead
you
of
could go
going outside
outside.
riding bikes, you could hop on a game and play a game of Warzone or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
Like,
I ain't listening to that. I had all the damn video games growing up. I had every
Bro,
PlayStation,
bro,
and I
bro.
still went outside, bro.
but like you wasn't 12 at this current time.
No, you're right.
See, I
but
think
I didn't have online until.
Are you the older
shit.
child?
No, I'm actually between both parents. I'm the middle child.
See, I think I have a very unique situation, right? Because like I had an older brother
Mm-hmm.
who was in control of the game, but then I had a younger brother who my parents made sure.
He played.
Yeah, well, mainly my dad made sure he played. So I was kind of left in this window of like,
What to do?
I can't play the game. I'm going outside. Like I'm gonna do something. I'm not sitting here chilling. So I think that's why it's perspective a lot, right? Like kids who are first children, only children, they probably are in the crib chilling.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Well, I was the only in the household. I was the only child. That like my sister's 15 years old. Shit, my 15 years older than me. My little brother, little sister, they just now. My older sister, my younger sister, like just turned 16.
Yeah.
Nigga. So
Both your parents was in the crib though.
no.
See that could be part of it because like one person taking care of
Well,
one other person.
my dad was married, so like at the time to somebody else. So then like, but she wasn't. Didn't nobody give a fuck.
You feel you know how that shit go. Yeah,
But
yeah.
did she like contribute though? Like did she like buy you stuff?
No.
She
She was
treat
like
you like a child.
shit. Now that's a whole nother topic. But it was like this: do what you want. Don't bother me. Don't break shit.
Yeah.
Do what the fuck you want. When your dad get home, I'll start acting like I give a fuck, or I'll cook some food or whatever. But
See, I think that's where it comes, like the nurturing of children. Like a lot of people in single parent households, they parents can support them, but they can't nurture them.
They
so they're
can't- they
nurtured
can't
by
be
the
a
world.
parent.
Whatever comes of that,
Yeah, they can't
it's a
be a parent as
50-50.
much.
Like you could go out there and get scared and run back. You can get out there, get scared and run into it.
Yeah.
Right? But that's the fight or flight thing of either I'm going to conquer this or I'm going to get away from it. And
Yeah,
that's-
and because of how I grew up, like with that, like me being African, first of all, me stepping out was wrong in general. So even if something happened when I went out, it was more of a like, I mean, I can't go back to my people and, you know, have them help me out with this. So I'm going to have to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I dealt with a lot of my situations. Like, and that's why I grew up the way I did. Like, I noticed that I kind of like, I find myself a lot more mature and a lot more sound in my identity and who I am than most people my age, because like there's a lot of people where that experience, and not only that experience, the self-evaluation based off of those experiences. I was by myself. I wouldn't say it's forced, but I was by myself. So either I'm gonna self-evaluate and grow, or I'm gonna keep making the same mistakes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I was talking about with the whole people are real comfortable. Like when you're put in a situation to where you have to grow, because you're gonna want to progress as a person, and if you don't progress, you're gonna slowly sucker yourself into insanity. You know what I'm saying? Because what did Einstein said? If you keep doing insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting the same outcome. That's what a lot of people do. They do the same thing, but they just blame a different person or blame a different thing. But they're still doing the same thing, but they're expecting different outcomes and just use different blames. And that's where people are fucked up. And I just feel like that's how you feel about the black community. You feel like it's a blame. They blaming. And I feel like the thing that needs to be preached is everyone should look in themselves and build on who they are. So then, whatever good things come out of who they are, they can put out into the world, and they can build us as a community. But I feel like what a lot of people try to do is try to make everyone act this certain way. And some people are gonna be able to act that certain way better than others. And the people that can't do it as well, they're gonna get discouraged. They're gonna and see that's where all the bullshit starts happening. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like instead of promoting one way of action, one way of, you know what I'm saying, I feel like you should promote self. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people love to worship self. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's the wrong thing. Like a lot of like the whole we are God's thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to bash anyone's belief.
Please talk on that.
You know what I'm saying? But I find it.
There's a clip coming out tomorrow where he says, "I'm a black guy."
But I want him to talk about that.
Okay.
Yeah, the God thing.
Like
it seems like you want him to cook them though. So
No.
Stand on.
This was a
Somebody
very interesting
called.
topic the other day. But go ahead.
Like the whole we are God's thing. Like I think about it like this. Like what kind of God are you? Like what can you really control? Like real. Someone pulls a gun and aims it at your head right now. Show me how much of a God you are. You feel me? I feel like that whole God complex is what blocks you from progressing as a person, because I feel like the selflessness is what's gonna build you more.
And if you're at your apex, where's there to grow? If you believe you're at the apex,
I'm not disagreeing at all. I'm not disagreeing at all.
Like not even and not even. I'm trying to find a way to formulate this, but like in competition, anything like isn't the best competitor a person who never underestimates whatever they're going against at all? Like imagine you already think you're the best. Even if you're performing at the best level, imagine if you never think that no one else can topple over you, rather than that person who, even if they are the best, they in the cut, they watching just in case. Everyone, I just feel like to be a better person, you have to accept the fact that you're in control of nothing. So be in control of what you can. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and which is only yourself. Like people try to control. Like yourself is so powerful. You know what I'm saying? Like a human being, like we try to like dumb that down. Like think about it. You're humans. We have a healing aspect, nigga. We grow. We can make babies. Like, what more do we need? Like people, like I say it like this. People always complain about having a good life, having a bad life. I feel like that's entitlement. Shouldn't you just be grateful that you have life in the first place?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? People, damn, man, my life sucks right now. You think you alive, bro? There's people in jail that don't live life. There's people that's dead. Like, you feel me? Like, and so because of that whole little thing, because like so many people here are living in a way of, okay, I'm good now, so let me just build on top of that. Like, you're gonna fumble. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna, if you depend on yourself, you cannot do it yourself. If you depend on yourself, you will burn out. When that spirit is gone, it's gone. You know what I'm saying? And that, like you said, you're not big on the Christianity thing, but that Christianity thing is literally that backbone. That's when your backbone disintegrates, when you have no more backbone. See, when all that self is gone, when all that physicality, when you're not in your youth anymore, when you can't do things for yourself, and you're saying, I am a God, what God are you as an elderly? You feel me? Like this is all relative to how you feeling at the moment.
And the world will catch you.
Yeah.
The way you. The same way you caught the world, which is the kids, right, is the same way the world gonna catch you. A lot of those people who were business, they wasn't there with their kid. They don't have a bond. Their kid had to be outside living by themselves. So while they on they hospice bed, they kid don't feel no attachment to that. Like even though they were in the house, you know what I'm saying? Like that's how those things happen. And now they're like, man, I wish I spent more time with people. You have to be around people, but you have to respect people to be able to stay around people. But yeah, go ahead.
No, these are great points made by both of you guys. Because Holla and I were talking about the God thing the other day. And we were waiting for you to get on the phone, but we were talking about the God thing the other day.
Because I feel like I've ran into people that say God, that phrase it in the way that you do is I'm in control of myself. And me being in control of myself and whatever I taught myself will guide me to the places I need to be. That's what they mean. I know other people who take it in a literal sense, like I'm a God, and I hear them say it, and I can see how they talk about other people. It's like, you forgot you used to be that person. I can tell because you didn't progress to help nobody. You only progressed to help yourself.
Exactly.
And when you find yourself in a lane where you only progress to help yourself, there's everybody else that's progressing to help themselves. Evil will always be at work. That's not the lane you want to get in. And a lot of times, that's why they say the fork in the road, what you choose to do. Because once you get too far down this road, you're going to have to fight all the way back down the road to change
If you
course.
can.
Right?
If you can.
And a lot of people get eaten alive on that fight.
And that's why I'm really so big on that whole self-development thing, because a lot of people really dig their hole deep. They dig it deep, and they don't know how to climb. You know what I'm saying? So then you dig this hole deep, and then when you don't know how to climb, that's when you start that blame game. Like the whole blame game we keep talking about. Damn, who let me dig this hole, man? Like, come on, man. Like, you feel me? Like,
you want nobody around you.
Yeah,
did it.
People have to keep learning.
That's
the thing about life. Nobody can progress as fast as the earth is progressing. The earth is thousands of years ahead of us, right? What you have to do is keep understanding, right? And some people lose that will, and they're saying, whatever the system is, I'm gonna just take it. Right?
Yeah, that's factual.
People, but you can't blame those people.
That's factual. You
they
can't.
have to live with the reality that comes from it. That's why sometimes you have to let people I can't save you from everything. I can only give you the information, right? Or else you're gonna end up fishing for a whole community, and you're gonna hate it. Let me give those people the information that can fish to divide like you said, you can't do it yourself.
You can't.
You need a community of people. But you have to be of the people to know that.
Even if you're a superhero, if nobody in the world supports you, they're gonna find a way to get rid of you.
Yeah, you become the
No
villain.
matter how strong you are, they're gonna find a way to get rid of your ass.
Superman.
For real.
You brought up self-development. What are some ways that you develop yourself? Is it only the Bible? Do you read self-development books?
like accountability is such a big thing for me. Like I be so accountable. Like I really be blaming a lot of shit on myself too much, to be honest. Like that's how cause when I was a kid, I grew up on all my peoples used to tell me, you're wrong, you're this, you're that, you need to work on this, you need to work on that. So like I grew up so insecure and so like unconfident of myself that like I'm always thinking about what I used to do. Like I always used to do that shit. But then as I grew and like I went outside and I started seeing like how everyone else moved, like I ain't gonna lie, like in an African household, like that shit ass. I'm gonna be real. Like it's bad. But as a person, depending on how you take it, like what they instill in you is something concrete. That's why I love it. Cause even if it's traumatic, you know what I'm saying? Traumatic. Come on, we grown now. Even if it's traumatic, you're going to be a person who can be productive in society. You're instilled with things that are concrete. So even if in the future you do end up disagreeing with what you were raised up on, it's still hard to get off of it. And depending if you have good parents, even though they put it in you the wrong way, it's there. You know what I'm saying?
But you're right though. Yeah.
It's there.
Yeah.
Damn, come on,
He said it. I was just
chill.
But you right though.
Yeah.
You can't shake that. Like
But you
that's
wanna know
just
why?
like almost it's fundamental because like you can't change that foundation
But you
no
know
matter
what's
what
good?
it is.
You don't have to, and this is what I wish the older generation would learn. I hope this is what the next generation learns.
Yeah.
Is the same way you were introspective with yourself and you find out what you need to do, you have to expect that out of other people. Some people feel like I could beat it into you or something like that.
Yeah.
But if you knew that's not how you got to the road, you can replicate the same trauma that you went through with stories.
Absolutely.
That's why storytelling is so good.
Yeah.
People need to watch media because they need to be told a story when they think they're not being taught.
Yeah.
Because in society, we're taught. You learn, go here, you have to learn. You have to do this. So just like any other kid, when it's something you have to do, you don't want to do it, right? That becomes boring to me. There's some people who catch on and I love it, but what about the ones who go opposite?
Yeah.
A lot of those people are led by media, right? Because now I'm able to put stories in there that will tell you a story. That's why when people watch it, they're like, I don't really like this movie. But did you get the concept, though? And I think that's why a lot of people fumble the Bible. It's because, yeah, it's a great story. Did you get the concepts that it was trying to teach you? And a lot of pastors, they know that. People, hey, look, let me wave this.
Yeah.
Get money here. Don't look in the book.
This
is what it says.
I agree with you when you say a lot of churches be doing wrong stuff and be scamming. I am not a fan of religion. I don't like religion, bro. I love God because of my relationship with Him. I'm sorry,
So
I'm not.
You're reading the Bible for the concepts.
I'm reading the Bible for the benefits that I will get in heaven, because I believe me believing alone, I will be saved. So I'm not worried about me being saved anymore. I'm worried about the fruits of labor that I bring back.
Gotcha. So why do you label yourself as a Christian if you are against religion?
I mean, because it's the label I know it as. You know what I'm saying? It's not because, I'm a Christian, you feel me? It's because it's the best way, how I'm familiar with it. Christianity. That's the way it was brought to me. So now the Christianity that I know to be true based on the Bible, that is what I follow. Now, the Christianity that is the commercial and industrialized Christianity that's around now, you feel me? I don't associate with that. You feel me? Because I see it. Like, it's really crazy. Like, there's a lot of faith-based preaching. Like, and there's a dude, shout out to Young Don the Sauce God. Because he was a dude, he's an animator. He was an animator, right? Young Don the Sauce Guy, he was an animator. Like, he came up as an animator. He blew up crazy. I ain't gonna lie, he really the OG of that shit.
Yeah.
He switched up his whole type of content. He don't even do that no more.
Yeah.
All he does, he's
Jamaican, ain't
But, yeah, he's Jamaican. But see, the thing about Young Don, though, is I watched the trajectory, too. And, like, I know this is why people have to remember where they came from, right? Because I feel like there was a point in time where when he first got into Christianity, he was really, because that's why you really got to listen to people when they talk. Because he was saying things like, I feel like this is the best for me, right? And a lot of times if you listen, you could tell who's like, I'm not saying he's not genuine. I think he has a very good intent to want to do the right thing. But I think it comes from like
It's a niche-based persona is what he's doing. Like I'm not sure. I don't know anything about him. Like, where did he come from? Like, what niche did he come from?
He was literally doing animation, telling stories and stuff.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And then he switched niches and he went to Christianity.
Well, no, he did like podcasts and live streaming. He kind of like talked about Christianity, but just like there's this thing called brainwash, right? I'm not saying people are brainwashed people are brainwashed and choose everything in life, right? So there's this thing where like if you're like you feel excluded, like you get more ingrained into your thing. And I feel like his co-host will have certain questions for him. His family will have certain questions for him. The internet will have certain questions for him. And that kind of like, y'all don't accept this message. And he got ingrained deeper into it. Now you could tell by the change in his Reddit, he's picking up some of the teachings for sure. That's why I think people should read it before they say like, I am or I'm not, or I believe this or I don't believe it. At least read it first.
Do you feel like the Bible is more of a map per se, rather
I
than
feel like the Bible was like, hey, look, if you want this Bible's like, this book is saying like, hey, look, you can, if you do this stuff, it can really help your life. Now, I'm not guaranteeing you a good life. You know what I'm saying? But I want you to make it as best as possible and as good and as fruitful as possible, because God wants you to be fruitful. Yeah. He wants you to be fruitful. Now, whether so much bad stuff happens to you, okay. But as long as you did what you needed to do, that's what all God cares about. Yeah. That's why I feel like people are so misconstrued. They think God is just, hey, you do this, you're going to die, you're going to hell. God, you choose hell. Yeah. He literally says, without me, it's it. Like, literally, you can be with me and you're saved. I'm not asking you to do anything else. Just believe. And believing means, if you believe, then you believe what he's talking to about. You believe his principles. You believe all that. What he says is not hard. He's not telling anybody to do anything hard.
All he's saying is, I'm understanding and follow understanding. Like, that's really the crux. If you broke the Bible down, all them 66 chapters, it is understanding and follow understanding. That's why I think, like, even the word love, I think, is to seek understanding. To love something, you have to seek how to understand it. If you got a plant or a rose that you love, right, and I pick it to go give it to somebody, how can I say, because I'm not appreciating this thing the way it needs to keep existing, right? So as long as you seek understanding, right, in life, I think you will find your way to those who also seek understanding, and your community will be bigger because that community is of togetherness. The one that's of understanding, the one that is not of understanding, all of those people are in separate places thinking these things.
You just taught me a bar.
I like to tell people, like, when they talk about God, like, I ask people, like, do you believe in love? And they be like, yeah, of course I believe in love. I said, so what is love to you? And they give me all these qualities. I was like, okay, it says God is love. Okay, so everything that you just described love is, that is God. Okay, so boom. Not only that, you believe in the truth. Do you believe that there is a truth? Well, if you believe there's a truth, it says God is also the truth. So literally, even if you don't want to put religion and all this stuff into it, if you just those statements alone, when he's saying, I am the truth, I am love, I am the light, I am the way, he's literally saying only things that promote life and promote progression and promotes better for you. So whether or not you believe in some sky dweller or some heaven or not, just think about it, like, why not? What are you losing? You're not doing nothing extra either.
Yeah, it's gonna get you to
like you're literally losing nothing.
Because the difference is and that's why you get people that live their life through church, and you get there and like, damn, Sister Samantha don't talk like she talk in church when she get by. It's because them people, they made it a characteristic archetype to be a Christian. This makes me better than other people. That's why I drove this to this. But if you just get the teachings, like the church that we have now is like the gym. No, it's like a personal trainer. You go in there to figure out how to get through the book yourself, right?
Go ahead.
And I think once you do that, you're not supposed to have a personal trainer forever, because now you're just giving money away. Like, you're supposed to go to church to learn a little bit about self-reflection, have a community, so you can go find your community in the world.
Gotcha. I know we're talking about Christianity here. That's what we're alluding to, right? Christianity. Yeah. One of the other reasons I don't like Christianity is because it positions a human being, another human being, as your personal savior or our personal savior.
Hold on.
Jesus Christ.
I have to agree with him that, because my perception of God is that, and I also grew up as a Muslim. So my perception of God is we physically cannot be able to see what God is. Because that's not even.
It's all perspective in the world.
No, correct.
No, for sure.
And that's why I don't want to jump. I know
you're good.
But my thing is too, like, it's more, God is right here. Like, it's more in here, not yourself, but it's literally all controlled in your mind. That's why I feel like your mind is literally the most powerful thing in the universe.
I mean, it says that God breathed life into all of us. A part of him is in all of us. So yes, of course, a part of him is with us. Now, the free will.
What's the thing that keep us together, though?
Yeah.
What you mean?
Hold on, what's the thing that keep us together?
What are you talking about, faith?
No. The thing that in communities, what's the thing that keeps that community together? I breathe life in you. I'm part of you. That means part of us is something else. Now, for us humans, right? What is that?
Foundation?
Earth, bro. Earth is the thing. Like,
nigga, I'm
the reason why everybody is fighting in the world is because there's resources on this earth that keep people alive longer than other people, and that's what everybody's fighting over.
Yeah.
And it's the same concept. So that's why I tell people the Bible is such a good concept book, because it'll teach you about. When I tell y'all, like,
taking care of your.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I tell y'all, I seen this archetype before. It's because there's not a character I haven't seen in this real world that don't exist in the Bible. It has every characteristic I've seen. I've never met one person.
The Bible is like an index for the world, bro. Yeah. Like real life.
It's like the U.S. complains so much about capitalism and worshiping celebrities and stuff, worshiping other human beings, but the number one religion in the U.S. is Christianity, which focuses on worshiping another human
being. We will say, I will very much and confidently say, America does not practice Christianity well at all.
Well, I didn't say we practice it well, but in terms of the United States of America, Christianity is the dominant religion.
Yeah, for sure.
But we complain about capitalism.
But see, that's why if you read the book, when them kings came to Jesus and was like, hey, yo, you don't got nothing, all right? You got the cloth and your carpenter skills. Why are all of these people following you? I got gold that I done killed people for, right? Why are they listening to you? Because it was about character. He walked amongst people and understood them, right? So even with America's making the same mistake that
the Romans.
Yeah, the Romans.
And even if you're saying that, how could you worship one person? Like, that person never once said, get on your knees and worship me. I am your God. No, he washed a man's feet. That one person that people are worshiping, they're not worshiping him because he was just, yes, he was doing miracles, but he wasn't showing off. He wasn't saying, I'm God. He grew up, he was born in a manger. He was washing man's feet. He was healing the sick. He was multiplying food. Like, this is a person who was doing everything for everybody else and didn't ask for nothing.
Do you believe that this stuff actually happened? Like in terms of, okay, so some Bible stories that come to mind, like healing leprosy, like out of nowhere in like 2 seconds. Do you think that actually happened? Do you think that walking on water actually happened?
see,
Let me have an answer.
Do I think it actually happened?
Yeah.
I can't confidently sit here and say that 100%. I believe it happened, though. I believe it happened, but the reason I believe it happened is because, do you believe in miracles?
Not to that extent. Not to that extent.
Okay, so in definition, what is a miracle?
Something that is very uncommon, but
You don't think
it
it's
is
a
very
miracle that
beneficial.
if you cut your arm, your body, your gut, your brain will respond with your body to send all the cells to this place to help
That's
heal
common, though. That's common. Healing leprosy with the snap of a finger or with the touch of a hand has never been done before, unless you're talking about.
That's why
the
I think
Bible.
that's why I think like the story of the miracle, like touching it, these were people's accounts of the story. Like for
Right,
example,
and that's why I
listen,
don't read the Bible. Go
hold
ahead,
on,
yeah,
listen.
go ahead.
Now imagine I did this, right? Now I done did my research on psychedelics and all of this stuff, right? What if I were to take these psychedelics and just put it into the, because another concept in the Bible is the most important thing is water a lot. And if you anyway, we'll get into that. But
Water is very important.
so what if I were to take this thing and put it into the water? I could literally change society like that, right? Whether I put a fluoride in the water or whether I put like some type of thing that was. That's why water contamination is such a big thing, right? There's a reason why people are getting paid $3 for a bottle of water from a company. Is because water can get contaminated that come through your tap depending on where you live. It's so bad in certain places that if you live in Atlanta, our water has gotten so clean that when you go to places like Savannah or Valdosta, you can smell the water. And that's something that other species still have. Like if I were to put poison inside of water and put it in front of a dog's nose is strong enough to sniff it and say not to drink it. We have lost that. A lot of the things that we had in the wild because we don't need them anymore. When you want to know real fear, go sit in the middle of a forest with no light, no phone, no nothing. That's real fear. All of these other fears, immediate, that's fake. It's all to get us out.
And look, in a situation like that, you can't say I'm going off my gut, I'm going off my instincts. You can't.
Because you
don't have it.
So what else would you have? God. I mean, what else would you have? Because you can't do it. You're gonna deliver yourself. You lost faith, and you can't have faith in yourself at that point. Because what can yourself do?
I'd like to be clear on this. I believe in God. I just don't believe in Jesus Christ as being my personal savior. I just like to make that.
But
clear.
see, I think people take that when it's said in the book, it did happen. But that you need that character. You can't have a superhero not die. You need your heroes to die, right? And that was the hero of the world or the book of the Bible.
From your perspective, right? From your perspective.
No matter but that's why they say I can't think of the quote right now, but it's the concept, right? He was a person. This did happen. But the concept of what happened, you need people to die.
See, basically what he's saying is you're focusing on the fact of what if he did these things, but it's not about if he did it, it's why and what's the premise of him doing it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't doing it to show that I'm an amazing. He was doing it, and they were learning. Mm-hmm. Every single thing he did, there was a learning point to it in the Bible. It wasn't like he did it, I healed them. He didn't heal everybody that had leprosy. It was that one person. He didn't heal everyone. He didn't raise everyone from the dead. He healed the one person. There's reasons behind he did every single action. These actions all had purpose behind them. So you got to look deeper into rather than just the feat in and of itself and why the feat was committed and how it was committed and what it represents. You know what I'm saying?
The same way people look at their kids, look at their parents. Everybody thought their parents were superheroes at one point. How do you do this? Well, right? And it's the same concept. And I think it's letting go of the past. Because a lot of people are fighting over resources to hold on to the past. So whoever got the thing that is going to make my mother, and that's why I say the other thing in the Bible is the earth anyway. But if we keep fighting over things to keep our past alive, the war will never end. You have to let go of the past at some point. No matter how much you thought Jesus Christ was this savior to he healed leprosy over there, I got to get to him, right? You have to let that thing go sometimes. But yeah, go ahead.
No, you guys explain your points well. Explain your points well.
It was good, man.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say y'all gave me some game too on that love thing.
Yeah.
Cause you could say, you know what I'm saying, I love you, but I didn't really understand
I see
the
love
meaning
as
of
this.
word.
Like, no one can truly love something because we all do something wrong. So we've all done at least one thing wrong to somebody we love.
Yeah.
At least one thing. So
But,
therefore,
yeah.
because we cannot love perfectly, the same thing as God. God is perfect. Love is perfect. That's why God is love.
Oh well,
But see,
And
I
that's
think,
go ahead.
but
go
I think even deeper to what you said is we all make mistakes to others.
Mhm.
But a lot of people make mistakes to themselves and they never forgive themselves.
Absolutely.
Right? So that's what the book is telling. Forgive yourself. Once you get that trauma that you got locked away and you say, this is what happened. Now, you don't have to go be buddy-buddy with everybody. That like these trauma, but you do have to think about it and think about how it affected you, because that effect on you is controlling you as much as you think everything else, the positive is controlling you. That negative is controlling you in that certain direction too. So it's just exactly.
Just lingering in the background, just controlling you like a puppet on a
once
string.
you realize how much it takes to love yourself, it's way easier to love other people. And then when it's easier to love other people and understand other people, you don't run into these conflicts.
And
these
then
conflicts that YouTubers or people in life or other entertainers be having, I don't be having. But they're on a selfish mission, so they don't care about what they do. And then they, on that way back down that road to try to take the right road, they see a reflection of themselves the whole road back.
Because your track list is especially with social media, like it's like with this whole Brittany Renner thing. Like, even if today Brittany Renner converts completely, changes her whole way of life,
She trying.
from this day on, people were gonna try it. You a hoe, you a slut, this, that, and the third, because of what she's done in the past. You know, you have, no matter what, even if you change your life, your past will still follow you to people.
Mm-hmm.
But as a person, it shouldn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Your validation to people should not matter, as long as you're okay. You need to make sure. To me, most important thing in life to me is relationships. Your relationship with your employer, with your family, with anything. Your relationships. And I feel like the whole premise of Christianity is to protect relationships and build them. Because sin, like I said, it's not bad because he just don't like it. It's bad because it's destructive. Anything that you do, anytime you sin, it destroys some type of relationship. If you lie to somebody, they can't trust you. If you kill somebody, you know what I'm saying? Like, everything is destructive. If we had free reign and got to do what we wanted, we would destroy ourselves.
Yeah.
And that's why I think the Bible was created, to create order. I think a lot of those stories are made up. Old Testament is definitely made up. 110%. Old Testament is definitely made up. New Testament, I think a lot of the stories in there could potentially be true, but do I think they actually happened?
See,
No.
I don't think they're made up. I think it was a
Old Testament? The Old Testament?
But see, I think that's why it was a book of concepts. It was a concept told in a different story. So like, and that's why media is so crazy. Walt Disney figured it out a long time ago. He said, all I got to do is take the concepts from this book and tell another story with it. And I could tell a story that'll last forever. Because it's telling the same story. If you look at the Eternals, Thanos story arc,
all these is from the Bible.
Yeah.
All these.
All of these stories are coming from the same
they're coming
book,
from the Bible.
right?
And the Bible was the number one selling book of all time.
But and here's the thing:
Of all time.
even the Bible came from other books.
And not even just religious wise, but literary wise. A lot of literature was based off of the Bible. So like, it's
because the
not
Bible is the number one selling book of all time.
absolutely.
I mean,
Do you not
disagree
think?
with that?
No,
do you not
I'm
think
just-
the best place to go?
It's always coming
this
from
is why I
somewhere
try
else.
to tell you about college. The best place to go to get knowledge. I'm not talking about to become Christian or to get a church. The number one place to go to get knowledge is always going to win in the end. And there's concepts in that book that if you go there and you get them, that's why people buy it. You only look at the people who are religious. There are concepts in that book.
There's a
that
lot
you're
of
not-
people that follow the Bible that you won't even know is churchy. Like they don't even me. I'm a prime example. Like if you meet me like off the rip, you're not gonna think, oh, he's highly invested into his relationship with God. You're just gonna think he's just doing what he's doing. That's what I'm saying. Like there's this whole little facade, and I feel like not even only just America, but all over the world, they try to create like why if Christianity is the biggest religion, why is it so hated?
Well, the number one hated religion, in my opinion, is Islam.
Well, that's
If we're
because
gonna
your
be real.
perspective in America.
If we're gonna be
It's
real
not.
here.
Christianity is the most hated religion. You will die for being
Islam
Christian.
is the most growing.
You will
religion.
die. Yeah, Islam is growing.
It's growing,
Yeah,
but
but
Christianity
Christianity's
is the
the
most, in my opinion, is the most celebrated religion, especially
In your perspective.
We're talking just in general. The number of
Have
people
you been
that
out
the number.
where have you been out the country?
In America.
I've been to England.
In America.
How long were you in England?
Probably about 2.5
In
weeks.
America.
Okay, see, so
You said wait, in America or what?
In America is the most celebrated religion, I would
Yeah,
say.
if you go other places, it's not the same. Your perspective is off of.
Trust me, gang.
You go to Europe. You go to Europe. What's the number one religion in Europe?
It's Christianity.
Exactly.
That's 2
It's
out
not
of 7
Catholic.
continents.
Yeah.
Catholic is Christian.
Oh,
Catholic
yeah, it's a
is
branch of
Christian.
Did you
Yeah,
read? It's 2 out of 7 continents. Well, 6
Yeah,
continents.
2 out of 6 continents, yeah.
You name that's
So let's name the other continents.
So-
South America. Is South America most likely not going to be a Christian?
Catholicism. Yeah.
Bro, Catholicism is a branch of Christianity, dude.
Catholicism
What,
is
dude?
Christianity.
What?
It's a branch of it, though.
You're right, but like everybody's going through the story at a different
Okay, but
pace.
this is what I'm saying. Catholicism is that institutionalized shit that you don't like. That's what Catholicism is.
Bro, bro. Catholicism is a branch of Christianity, just like how Mormons, Baptist people.
Mormon is not Christianity.
It's a
Bro,
form of
it's
Christianity.
a branch.
It's
of
a.
All
I
this
know,
stuff is so-
but it is a.
None of this
in the
stuff
branch
follows
of
the practices of
Bro,
the
they
Bible.
all read the Bible. The Catholics read the Bible.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Baptists
They're
read the
taking
Bible.
stories
You just
from
proved
there,
the
and
point.
just like he
Which
said about
point? Look.
he said Walt Disney, right? Think about what you're
Yeah,
saying
Walt
about the
Disney
branch.
is the same
They're
as
taking a
freaking-
So why?
piece of the
And
story
that's the
and
thing.
taking
Why
it
are you?
somewhere else.
Why are you? And no disrespect to Christianity at all, but why are you believing a book that has multiple different
But
variations?
that's the problem. They're not believing the book.
No.
They're not. They're believing the story that everyone else is telling from it. Most people don't read the book. That's the problem.
No, it's not that they're not following it. They are following it. That's the thing. But if you read it, you will understand. Listen, you only need to be here to find out how to fix your community, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you can fix your community, you don't need to go intrude on other people's community to fix it. So that's why they will branch off to something else. That's where the seed of life, there was one seed, grew a tree, them seeds fell,
Yeah.
they grew trees, they dropped.
If
That's
that tree
how-
was trying to give nutrients to every other tree, that tree would die.
Exactly. So when you see these branches off, they took the teachings and said, okay, we understand this. Okay, it's the family structure. These things, these are why Christianity preaches these things. The family structure, the dad being in the house, and all of these things, right? When they figured that out, all the communities that you dislike, you know what I'm saying?
Who do I dislike, bro?
Everybody who sticks together.
I would.
In your perspective. But apparently, we're the only divisive ones, right? Okay. So,
I'm not even gonna react to that.
yeah. So when they take these teachings into the world, they're able to build their communities up. It's not that they're this book you're supposed to, just like families. You take one person, they have a partner, they have kids, those kids have kids. That's how life is supposed to, and that's why you gotta read the book to understand.
And a family always moves on what? Morals, like a good principles, right? So once they all continue to be successful, the principles continue to carry on while the branch continues to grow. Same thing with religion. So you just have to find the foundation, aka the concepts in the book.
Throw that word away.
And be able to go.
Just get
what?
that religion word.
Throw religion away. Throw religion away.
What's today's religion?
Um,
Today's religion is propaganda.
social media is today's religion.
Celebrity.
You guys follow a book, or base your life, or use the frameworks of a book to live your life, right? Which is the Bible. Now
Follow a way to reach a higher self.
It teaches you how to understand the world.
I'm teaching myself how to understand the world. I'm not using what 25
You're
other.
not using
what-
yourself,
I'm not.
though.
I'm not using. I'm not using what 10,000 other people have edited. I'm using. I'm using what I. What
but
I tell myself.
See, and that's why you're fooled by your own reality. And that's why in a book it'll tell you people who think they're responsible for everything that happens in their life, you will be fooled and led astray into being by yourself.
I never said I was responsible for everything. I'm just taking the world from my perspective. I'm taking the world from my perspective, and I'm living my life according to that perspective. Not to what a perspective of that a slave owner like 200 years ago freaking edited in a book. I'm not doing that.
Don't you think there's a reason why this specific knowledge lived on as long as it did?
Because I don't want to get.
Let's take the.
I don't want to get
rule.
too deep into the Christian thing. I really don't.
Let's take the golden rule though. But, treat others how you should be treated. Right. That's the golden rule. If everything was built off that foundation, if I wrote a book that's centered around treat everybody the way you want to be treated, do you think that book would sustain the test of time?
I believe that as well, though. I believe that as well. But that's
what
that's not okay.
what the book's about.
That is a Christian Christian belief. But
no,
but a
see,
Christian
not
a Christian person did not come up with that. A Christian I could have.
No, they didn't say he didn't.
No, but why are you taking the book that Christianity uses and saying, look, that's like saying,
because they're positioning a human. I'm telling you, the reason I don't read the Bible is they are positioning another human being as being your personal savior.
It's the concept,
yes, it is. They are positioning another person that breathes the same way as you, that has similar blood to you, that has similar hair to you, as someone that is your personal savior.
So hold up, do you believe in representation in media?
Yes.
Okay, so why do you believe representation in media? You're about to get flamed.
It's important.
Okay,
it's important.
You have to see somebody who look like you to understand the story. So if I make all the superheroes white, right? Jesus is this person. It's a concept. Take the concept from this story and apply it to yourself.
Well, you told me you think it actually happened, though.
Whether you do or not, that's irrelevant to whether the book is principle or is founded in its principles. That's different. Those are two different things.
Who wrote this book? Who originally wrote the Bible?
It's written by a lot of authors.
Exactly.
So is Wikipedia. That's one of the best places. So is all of those .govs. Those are written by full institutions.
I don't go on .govs.
So where's your valid?
I don't go on .govs.
Where's your valid information?
It depends on how I'm feeling that day.
You taking one person. Get this man out of here, bro.
It depends on how I feel. Like I said, I am most of the time my own teacher. Okay.
That's bad.
So what happens when you fail yourself?
What happens when I haven't failed myself yet. I've been living 23 years.
What happens if you fall? What happens if you fall short?
It's a bunch of different things that go into that. A bunch of different things that go into that. Like the way.
Why didn't you lead yourself to $1 million by now?
I'm still learning. I'm still learning how to make money.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So someone
Where are
can't.
you learning?
But
these
okay,
things?
so what if there was someone who could teach you how to make money better, but you just didn't like what he was teaching or how way he was teaching it?
I follow a lot of Russell Brunson, and I feel like he is worth maybe like $10 to $15 million, something like that. Russell Brunson. Yeah.
Any billion?
No, he's the owner of
Virgin Mobile?
No, he's the owner of ClickFunnels.
Oh, it's Russell Branson.
He's the owner of ClickFunnels. But I've been, reading a lot of Russell Brunson, and
I don't know. I just feel like that's kind of backwards if you say you're learning from yourself and then you seek out. You still seek knowledge.
Exactly.
You feel me?
People are gonna tell you how.
Whether you say you navigate life through yourself, you still seek out.
Yeah, but look. So who are you to tell me? Who are you to tell me that the Bible is a better teacher for me than Russell Brunson? Who are you to tell me?
I'm about to tell you why it's a better teacher. Because Russell Brunson is going to tell you from his perspective.
And the Bible is telling you from their perspective too.
Up. The Bible has a lot of different characters, and you can find out which one best fits you.
The Bible has
so
no
you can
perspective.
steer yourself in the course that is going. That's the thing. There's a lot of characters in that book. Russell Brunson is telling you, from my experience, this is this and this and this. So he can only tell you what he's been exposed to. The Bible is a collection of archetypes, and you can find out who you are in that book. You can go, and the thing is, the crazy part about it is, you can switch characters whenever you want. That's the freedom of choice. You could go from being Cain and Abel to brothers, you know what I'm saying?
The Bible is the most general book ever. Like, there's no specificity at all.
Exactly.
None. So all these rules that everyone, like, these are stuff that other people was making.
Yeah.
The Bible never agreed to none of this. They just said what they said. That's God was like, look, I said what I said. Y'all do what y'all want with it.
Yeah.
Real life. That's all he did. I said what I said. If you take it, you take it how you want it.
And like you can, and you will find yourself. I see the Judas in a group. I can walk into a room and tell
For
who's Judas.
real.
Because if you read the
For
book,
real.
you can see who Jesus is. You
And
can
you
see
can-
who Abraham is. You can see who Job is. You can see all of these things in the world.
That's what
because
these-
he told you these are the types of people. Out of all the differences we have, there's only a certain amount of endings, right? You get to pick your ending though. But if you can know all the endings, you can figure out which character you want to be, which characters you need to stay away from, all based on their character.
And it's all your
That's why
choice.
It's about building your character.
And it's all your choice.
Free will.
It's all your choice.
I'll pass on the Bible. I'll pass on it.
That's fair.
That's fine. You can.
Figure out
Yeah,
your
it's
stuff.
your choice. Yeah.
I guarantee you. 4 or 5 years from now, he gonna come back and be like,
I was wild.
bro, I seen this one thing.
For
this and
real.
this."
Oh God. That's what I told my. I was having the same argument with my man. On God though.
That's what you think.
That's why I rock
No
with
pun
Corey
intended.
Kitchen. At the end of all his videos, he don't even he'll say like the Bible stuff,
Crazy.
but he'll just leave a quote from the Bible at the end of all his videos. Here's a quote. All you need is a quote. That's why we
Shout
still
out
quote
Corey Kenshin. That's
Shakespeare.
like my favorite YouTuber, bro.
What's
It is too.
What, Corey Kenshin?
Yeah,
That's
bro.
that
That's
guy,
like my
bro.
favorite YouTuber, bro.
What's the Romeo and Juliet line? There's lines from Hamlet, Shakespeare. All he did was have quotables. That's the reason Drake music gonna live so long. You got millions of people repeating
It's
what you
memorable.
say.
It's memorable. Jesus was saying the most memorable shit.
Exactly.
Respect to you guys. Like I have no disrespect to Christianity at all. I just
See, I still think you're focused on because you keep saying Christianity.
Yeah.
They say read the Bible.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do it because, like I said, bro, I just don't like the.
What's to be scared of?
I
I
just-
know a
if
lot
I-
of-
There ain't even that. There's a whole bunch of stories, but there's a stuff other than the stories in the Bible.
It's
you
just
know?
the way.
It's a
If
lot.
I were to read the Bible, it would definitely be the New Testament. Oh, excuse me, the Old Testament, because it doesn't position another human being as being your personal savior. And I know you guys said it doesn't
No,
matter. That's
I
not
wasn't
what it's
gonna say
trying.
that.
That's not what it's trying to do.
Yeah.
But I have no plans of reading the Bible.
So
at all.
my thing with you is
Hold up.
we
So
always.
why do you have that thought if you didn't read the book? Why don't you figure out if the book actually says
I
that?
used to read like little what they call it, verses and chapters
crazy.
when I was in Sunday school and stuff like
So
that.
that means you gained enough information to finalize that this stuff is trash.
Finalize that this stuff isn't for me.
So you didn't
finalize
read the
that
whole
thing.
thing. You just read a few little parts that they gave you to read, right?
I was in church for about 12 to
Did you
13
No,
years.
I
This is
just
why
asked you
reading
yes or no.
comprehension is a big thing in school. It's the
Man.
reason why they have standardized testing on it. Because as a kid, you will probably focus. Don't get caught up in the story. That's what adults will tell you. Don't get so caught up in the story. Understand
comprehend it?
what- That's why I say people live in moments, but nobody's.
Favorite
paying
I got
attention.
caught up in all that faking that they were doing inside of the church, where people were fake passing out, people were fake having
So-
seizures
But
on the
listen,
floor and
you
shit
just
like
you
that.
just did it.
I
You
got
just said
You
caught
it
just
up
right
in
said
that.
there.
you got caught up. You got caught up in that web, and you couldn't escape, and you stuck there. So you just left your body there.
Matrix.
You just left it there instead of getting out and finding out what's really going on. You got stuck. Why ain't you free yourself?
I don't plan on going back.
I ain't say
there's just
no,
too
no,
many
no, no, no.
frauds in the
Don't
church.
go back.
Too
Free
many
yourself.
frauds.
Free yourself from that
Why
restriction.
you keep
about
mentioning
going
that
back.
Free yourself
church
from
when
that
we told you to
restriction.
read a-
I'm
we-
not, like I said, dude,
Open a book.
like I said, I'm not gonna read the Bible. Okay,
Why?
it positions another human being as being my personal
No, it
savior.
doesn't.
Yes, it
No,
does.
it doesn't.
The New Testament
Hold
is
on,
literally
wait,
that.
let me say something.
No.
The New
Please let me
Testament
say
is literally
something.
that.
Please let me say something.
Dude.
Look,
This nigga is
every
dumb,
time
bro.
he said, in every story he said, why does he always say he's seen your archetype before? It is not about that man. It's about who you can identify
Exactly.
with. Why do you hold on? Why do you think Lance always? And I'm going for what I took from what Lance said, which all alluding to what you said about calling yourself a god.
Yeah.
It's about your perspective of how you build your life up. So that's why I took and I agreed with him when he said I'm a god, because yes, I agree that I have the same characteristics as those people in the book. I'm sorry. I have those same characteristics as those people in the book. The same person you say Jesus is
Hold
the
up.
same blood type
I
as
got a
you.
question for you.
Just read the
I
book.
got one question for you.
Help your life
Hold
out.
up. Does Marvel position Tony Stark as your savior?
No.
But you can still get the
And
concept.
this is the issue I have. This is the issue. This is another reason. This is another reason why I went away from Christianity. And then after this, we could get off of this topic. Another reason is because what you guys are doing right now, you're trying to push Christianity onto me. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, no, hold on, holla. Yes, you are.
When you're
yes,
done,
you are.
Don't say nothing
yes,
when I speak.
I'm not. You're trying to push Christianity onto me. You're trying to tell me, oh, you don't want to read the Bible? Oh, you're this, you're that. That's one of the reasons why I moved away from Christianity, because Christians judge more than any other form of people on this planet.
Hold up. What judgment did I cast on you?
You're telling me that you just call me dumb. You just call me dumb.
No,
did you not? You just call me dumb.
When I said
because I disagreed with you on the Bible. You just call me dumb.
No, that's not why I called you dumb.
Why'd you call me dumb?
Because here is this piece of evidence. I'm saying this may be evidence.
There is no evidence.
Listen,
there is no evidence. Go ahead. Sorry, I'm a narcissist. Sorry.
For sure. This is evidence that you can take to build. You read self-help books, right?
Yes.
If I tell you this is forget Christianity. This is a self-help book. What if I told you that, right? All of this misconception, all these people who are doing fraud and all of these things that you claim they did, of course they taught it to you wrong. Because what's the one thing you want to keep away from people if you want to stay past them? Is knowledge. So they're saying, I got the reason they hopped in this pastor speak is because they said, yo, I read this book and ain't nobody else reading it. Hey, this is what it said. Don't come over here.
Yeah.
This is what it said. That's why they did.
The self-help books are the way that I want to learn. You can't fine. Exactly. So we can move on. We can move on.
No, but the problem is you wouldn't be willing to do it.
On a nail gang.
If somebody has a piece of information, that's the thing about. Look, we're in one of the most comfortable societies you're ever gonna exist in. Ever, right? If you can't say, let me just check it out. Let me see what it says.
I already checked it out for 13 years. Like I said, I have
You
no.
didn't have no
yes, I did. I have
comprehension.
no. Like you always say, you're not fully. Your brain isn't fully developed until you're 25. So how am I going to comprehend it now, right? How am I going to comprehend it now, right?
Because now the thing is, when people are teenagers,
I'll wait on 25. I'm done. I'll wait on 25 because I'm not. My brain isn't fully developed yet, right? So I'll wait on 25. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Just like being sassy.
Oh my God.
That's crazy.
No, you're a snowflake because you're
so scared to even read a book.
No,
because you're scared.
I'm not scared to read a book. I'm not scared to read a book. I don't want to read it though. And like I said, this is a problem I have with Christians is they try to force.
I'm not Christian.
What are you then?
I am me. That's the problem.
Well, I'm me too, and that's the problem.
But I read the book.
That's the problem. I'm me.
Wait, you read self-help books, right?
Yeah.
Have you read the 48 Laws of Power?
No.
Hold on. Why do you read self-help books if you know who you are?
Because that's damn near the Bible.
Bro,
damn near a
Bible.
Bible.
Why do you read self-help books if you know yourself?
Those self-help books help me find out who I am. They help me find out who I am.
So what if I told you the best map to figure yourself out is this self-help
That's from your perspective.
Why would you
That's
not open
from
it up to see
your
that?
perspective.
No, because and this is the problem.
Okay, forget that. What if I told you there's a really good self-help book, and if you just check it out,
like I said, I've checked it out for 13 years.
Okay.
You haven't.
Yes, I have. Yes, I have.
Okay, so
yes, I have.
You say you checked that out for 13 years, right? So
Yeah.
would you argue that your comprehension and understanding is better than it was back then?
Yo, when I was 13?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, of course.
So why would you not just reiterate, just go over it again? So maybe
because Hala told me that my brain isn't fully developed until I'm 25. So I'll read it in 2 years.
But
I'll read
this is
it
what I
in
want
2
to get
years.
into. The reason why kids have this big struggle when they're 13, their teenage, their puberty, the reason why that happens is because kids are very egocentric when they grow up. They think the world revolves around them. And it takes about till teenage years for you to understand the world don't revolve around you. But then what teenagers start to believe is the whole world is against me. The switch flips all the way to the other side.
That's factual.
So they go from everything that their trauma driven them into to
Let me ask you.
Wait, stop.
Them niggas
And
always mad.
you left the self-help book as soon as that happened. Because you admitted when you were 13, you went away from
Do
it.
you accept Jesus Christ as your personal savior?
For sure.
So you're a Christian.
No.
You're a Christian.
No.
If you accept Jesus Christ as your personal
The
savior,
Bible never
you
says
are
Christian one
a
time.
Christian. So that means that
Well,
you are
hold on.
forcing
The
Christianity
Bible doesn't say
onto
Christian.
me.
Listen,
The
You
Bible
are
doesn't-
judging just
the
like a lot of
Bible-
Christians do.
The Bible never said
listen.
Christian one time, bro.
Bro,
No.
The Bible
And
never.
listen, when I said that, what did I mean? This is your problem. You listen to words and you be confused by them. That's your problem. When I said that, what did I mean by it?
You just said you weren't a Christian.
When
I don't know what you meant by that. That means you're not a Christian.
Because you haven't been listening.
If you say you're not a Christian, that means you're not a Christian. That means that you don't accept Jesus Christ as your personal savior.
Try to understand what I'm saying. Earlier, I told you, Jesus to me was a concept that can be reapplied to your life. There is a Jesus with you walking right now. So when you ask me, do I believe that as my savior? The guidance of the people who tell me to seek further understanding, those are the Jesuses that are walking around me. That's what I told you. Now, the way the church tell you, this person, Jesus of Nazareth, who died, that person is the specific person who was above you. No, I don't believe that.
But you believe in Jesus Christ as your personal savior.
Just
you believe in holla.
You gotta see where he at. He not trying to get there.
He gonna get frightened.
He gonna be so bad.
No, I'm not gonna be mad because you're doing what most Christians do. You're trying to force Christianity onto other people that don't believe, and you're judging people because they don't believe in the same thing that you believe in.
Let me ask a question. Do you believe man went on the moon?
No, hell no, I don't believe man went on the moon. That shit never happened. That shit never happened.
If you get with the and this is why we tell you all the time, you need to look in the mirror. Because that's really what Jesus is telling you to do the whole time. So if you listen to what he did, when I started to be able to take control of my life, is when I did it a lot younger than a lot of my peers. That's why a lot of them are coming back like, dang, you were that guy. Because I looked in the mirror all the time, bro. And I was like, what is it? Way before, why everybody, cause I have a different family situation than other people have.
You're not gonna,
right?
I feel like you won't find God unless you find yourself.
Exactly.
So let me ask
That's
you,
what I'm trying to tell
let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. If I were to read the Quran, right? If I were to read the Quran,
you would get the same messages.
Okay. I just want to see if you were consistent. I just want to see if you were consistent.
If you read the book, at the basis of the book, what it's trying to teach you is how to coexist in a society. That's what they're trying to do. It's a sociology book. It has a lot of, but for the whole society to function, you got to get the family right. You got to get the schooling right. You got to get the community right. You got to get the recreation right. You got to get the workers right. These are all functions, and they tell the stories of them in one book. Now, other people take parts of those books and expand on it, because that's what you're supposed to do. Expand on knowledge. The concept of even when they talk about slavery, they used slavery in the Bible. What they're talking about is being a slave to the things, your wants and needs and your desires. That's what they're telling you to do. And that's why I told you earlier, because once you find somebody's vice, you can control what they do.
Okay.
If I know your vice is water, if I know your vice is sex, if I know your vice is sugary foods, I can control you. But you have to, the person that is more Jesus-like in the world is going to make sure they don't abuse that power of being able to know those things.
Okay. I don't want to read the Bible. I want to read other books. So that's fine. That's fine.
Would you say you're willfully ignorant on what the Bible actually says?
No, I'm not.
Why?
Because I've already read it.
No, you haven't.
I have. I don't want to talk about Bible.
You can't, but you can't
It's
say
the
that.
trauma
I don't want to talk about the Bible anymore. I don't want to talk about the Bible.
The fact you don't want to talk about it no more says your fear of knowledge.
I don't want to talk. No, it's not. It's not. I don't want to talk about the Bible.
That's like, okay, that's like, I don't like scary movies, right?
I don't want to talk about it.
I would look into the Quran very confident in my faith, just simply because of there's something that I might pick off in there that never made sense to me before. That even the Bible said that still didn't make sense to me. It's not, the point isn't just okay, follow this, follow that. No, you're supposed. It's all in bettering yourself. It's all to promote life. That's all God wants. He wants life. When it said Adam and Eve sin, I know you don't believe in this story, but when it said Adam and Eve sin is the only thing that takes away life. He says the cost for sin is death. Before sin, it says the humans, we were living forever in coexistence with God. So because sin got with us, we can't live forever. God wants you to live. So he's saying, okay, because of sin anyways, you're going to die anyways, but I'm going to try to make a way for you to live as long as possible. If you do these things, even though there's factors in the world that might stop this, if these factors don't come to you, you're going to live as long as possible.
And you know why God tell you why the story is like that? It's a story. If you get the concept out of it, if you listen to it, what it's trying to tell you is, if you worry about dying, because listen, you gonna die.
Yeah.
If you worry about dying, and that's when people start to introduce sin. The only reason you will lie, steal, kill is to preserve your life.
Your life,
I'm
exactly.
telling you, your life is what it's gonna be.
Did God write the Bible himself?
Wow.
Did God write the Bible himself?
Niggas trying to irritate everybody.
I'm not trying to irritate any. I'm asking you guys legit questions. Did God write the Bible himself?
What do you define God as?
God?
Yes.
I don't know. It all depends. I gotta ask myself that question too. I believe there is a God. I gotta ask myself that question though. What do I define God as?
So the way I define God is what is good of this world, right? That's what I define God as. And I think the cream will always rise to the top of information, of character, all of that's going to rise to the top. So whatever collection of God's people that wrote these things, that's what God is. That's what God is.
Did God write the Bible?
So when you ask
Did
me
God
that,
write the Bible, dude?
Because the reason you're asking me this is why I'm so able to ask you questions to lead you down.
But
the road.
you always told me I don't answer yes or no. Did God write the Bible?
Because
did God write the Bible?
I will say this. Look, I will say this, and this is something a little thing I just thought about. Like, because I said, God is love. So, yes, this say men were influenced by God. God was telling them what to write on a piece of paper. But these men, they were writing out of love for people. They were writing out of the love to preserve people, for people to live happily, for people to live as well as they can, out of love. They wrote that out of love. And God is love. They didn't write this for their own desire. They didn't write it to become a best-selling author. They didn't write it for fame. All of them got killed. Why would you write something and get killed for it?
You made a
and
statement
you know you're
earlier,
gonna get killed for it.
You made a statement earlier that I was tap dancing around a question. I want you guys to answer this question.
Holla,
answer
I said God didn't write the Bible.
Okay,
I said,
you said something
did God
behind it. I'm not gonna bring it up, but what I need you to understand is the difference between what me and you were doing when you tap danced around a question. The reason is I let you define the word first. Right? And then I took your definition and tried to apply it. And listen,
did he write the Bible?
Let me tell you why what you're doing. And,
I said no. I said no.
Gerald,
We listening.
Gerald, look at me, bro.
Bro, this dude.
Just
bro.
look and try to understand what I'm. Hold up. What do you think I'm trying to say?
The hypocrisy is ridiculous.
No,
bro.
the hypocrisy
It's
is
wild.
Can you listen?
I'm listening to you, bro.
So,
but I can't get a yes or no out of you. That's nuts.
I'm gonna answer yes or no, but I'm gonna tell you why.
What's the difference between what you're doing and what I did earlier, dude?
I just ask, can you listen to me?
Oh,
I need you to listen.
That's
with
all I
every-
wanted
No,
earlier.
listen.
That's
But he
all
did
I-
just tell you.
that's
Said he
all-
took.
That's all
he
I
took
wanted
what you
earlier
said
was
and
you.
used it on you.
Are you scared? Are you scared? Are you scared? Are you scared?
That doesn't work.
Is he scared?
No.
Because I was scared, right? Are you scared to answer the question?
No, the reason. Listen. The difference in what you're doing, I need you to just pay attention.
Oh my God.
Can you see?
I'm listening,
This
dude.
is why he never learned.
I'm listening, bro.
Because you never listen to anything. You never digest anything that you don't want to digest in yourself.
That
So-
was opposed to what you want to hear.
Exactly.
Your stomach
so
might
what I'm
hurt
saying
sometimes.
is the different. You're trying to
Stomach
ask
might
me.
hurt sometimes, man.
What he's trying to do is he's trying to ask me, did God write the Bible? But he's defining God the way he wants to define it, right? And that's why I won't answer the question. But the difference in what he did is I asked him for the definition earlier. I said, do you define this action as being scared? He said, yes. So I'm taking what you said and
Upon
applying
himself.
it to this. And that's why you tap down. So the difference is you're trying to define the word for me that we're going to use.
I'm not trying to define
Yes, it
shit.
is.
No, I'm not.
But then I already answered your question. I said whatever the collection
Bro,
of the...
can you give me a yes? Go
Yes,
ahead.
yes. What's your
So
problem?
God wrote the Bible?
Yes.
Okay, that's
So,
your
so
opinion.
what do I define?
That's your opinion.
Hold up.
That's your opinion.
Who do I define as God then?
That's your opinion.
Your gods write your Bibles too.
Who-
You just call them self-help
Who?
books. That's the
Wait.
difference.
Who do you define as God? You define Jesus Christ as God.
No, I
Yes,
didn't.
you do.
See, you
He's
don't.
your personal savior.
no, that's
He's
crazy.
your personal
That's
savior.
crazy.
He's
Jesus
done.
Christ in Christianity is the image of God in human form. Is he not? Is he not?
He don't
But
take
said
it like
we're
that.
all-
He take the
no, but
concept.
the concept, because even in the book he said we're all children of God. Hold up, did he or did he not say we're all children of God?
I don't know.
So you were the
I don't
jealous
know.
one who took Jesus and put him up there. When we're all Jesus, if we choose to be, then you gotta read the book.
Yo.
Read the
I'm
There's a
not
reason,
reading. I'm
bro.
not reading that book, bro. I'm not reading that.
There's
Book.
a
We can move.
reason.
Listen, and this goes back to what I'm saying, bro. Christians oftentimes try to push
I'm
their
not
religion
Christian.
onto other people.
Bro, I was born
You are
in
a Christian. You believe in Jesus
I
Christ as
believe
your
in the
personal
concept,
savior, bro.
Do you believe in science?
Yes, I believe in science.
Hold up. So are you a member of the Scientology church?
Science is alchemy.
Bro, no,
Come on,
bro.
it's the
You
same
believe
thing.
all right, bro.
All-
All right, bro.
science, religion, all of them are trying to explain the world. They're all just using different words.
Man.
Yeah, that's factual.
Okay.
as
Man.
fuck.
Okay.
Come
I'm
on.
not gonna read the Bible, bro. We can keep talking about. I'm not gonna read it, bro. I'm not gonna read it. So why are we talking about it still?
Because you keep talking about
No,
it.
you keep talking about it.
You asked
keep
me,
bringing.
so
you,
God,
You do
no,
it every
Jesus,
time.
no.
those are
Every
questions-
time I say I'm not gonna read the Bible, someone's always like, well, you're not really understanding that.
Well,
You guys keep
so,
bringing
hold
it
on.
up.
You know what I do if somebody questions me about something I want to answer and talk about no more? I stop talking about it.
All right, I'm gonna
That's
stop
it.
talking about it. I'm
Yeah.
gonna stop talking about it.
But the thing is, he know the answer back there. He's scared though.
He just don't wanna
Because
see it.
Bait.
he
That's
even,
bait.
no,
That's
it's
bait.
not. I don't want you to
That's
answer.
That's bait.
Can you be quiet?
He knew I wasn't
No,
gonna say nothing,
no.
so that's bait. So keep going. I'm not.
You wouldn't be. Hold up.
For
You
clarity,
wouldn't be
I'm not
so
saying
hold
shit
up.
else.
You know,
That's
exactly.
bait. Go ahead.
You wouldn't be so easily baited if you knew who you was. That's the problem. He doesn't know. He's able to be led wherever I talk. He's able to be led there.
This nigga has the
you wanna
fishing
know
line
why?
out right
It's,
now.
it's the fear of going back to figure out why he responds this way.
Yeah.
I know why he responds this way. That's why I'm able to place this word right here, and I'm able to control everything else you do. Like, if you looked in the mirror and said, okay, because you even admit there's some trauma I don't want to talk about. I don't want to go to. So,
I'm going to the grave with that. He said that with Lance and him here.
Therapy is therapy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing therapy. I don't believe in therapy. You don't believe in nothing that's been proven to help people the most, right? Therapy is the best practice for you to be taught about your brain. And obviously the best-selling, self-help book is the Bible. You don't want neither one. What does Gerald want to fix this world?
How you gonna help
Or you just
yourself?
gonna keep running from your fears and you're gonna be controlled by those for the rest of your life. But it's cool though. That's
It's
why
a cold world. It's a cold world.
Nah, your flesh is a motherfucker. That's all I'm saying. Like, I'm not trying to convince you of nothing. I just want you to know, like, your flesh will fail you. Like, this youth stuff, of course, we all in a decent age to where we can do what we got to do now, but our flesh will fail us.
Yeah.
So what then?
And a lot of it is just I just say the things I say because I'm not trying to convince you today. Even when I be in spaces, I tell them I'm not talking to convince the people on stage. Somebody listening.
Absolutely.
I don't think
Yeah,
I put
100%.
out bad rhetoric to the world that people are like. I feel like I can't be canceled because nobody's gonna be able to go through my content and say he's a hateful person.
Absolutely.
They'll be able to seek understanding and like, okay, he did say that, but we could give him the benefit of the doubt.
Right. For
It's those people who think nobody else understands because they don't understand nobody else. That's why they act the way they. Or then cancel culture is real.
Yeah.
Because people look through your stuff and they say, nah, he might actually be this. Kevin Hart is still at the top of the thing.
Right.
Yeah.
He dissed people, but we see what happened to the baby. Why were they different? Why were those outcomes different? There's a reason. Go ahead,
Find
tell us
yourself.
your-
Find yourself.
Tell us your plans for
Time is the
2023.
only factor that can't change. Time will tell anything.
Facts.
Think about the stories you gotta tell your kids. I'm sorry, I'm done. Because you gotta learn something to be
There
able
was
to
this
tell.
guy, Tariq Nasheed. He said, "Foundational Black America." Right? And man, hey, listen, Johnny. Look,
Yeah, man.
I've been waiting for it.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
currently
That
65
fishing
years-
rod is not working, buddy.
I don't want you to
It's not
talk.
working. It's not working.
You heard enough. You got, and the,
I have
the good
heard
thing
enough. I have.
is he rewatches the podcast, so he's
Every
gonna hear
time.
me again anyway.
Yeah.
He not fast forwarding this. He gotta go through it because he's so hypnotized. I gotta crush Holland.
Yeah.
I know that.
He might have a mini.
Damn. No, you're wildin'. Okay,
Yeah,
for
that's
sure.
wild bait. Yes.
No, it's not bait. He just, I see where you're going about it.
That's fine.
That nigga is.
You got any cheating stories, man?
Cheating
Yeah.
on a girl.
Hold on, would you fuck an OnlyFans model? I know, would you date an OnlyFans model?
One. No.
Why?
Why not?
Why not? Just not my preference. I just don't want a girl that's all over the internet. I'm not even all over the internet. You feel me?
Nigga, yes you are.
I mean, of course for content purposes, but other than that,
Oh,
like,
you talking about
For
everything else?
content purposes too.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
But
but
you're not showing your penis.
yeah, like, I mean, I'm not. You feel me? That's just not my vibe. You feel me? Like, I'm just be real. Like,
But
I
you don't
can't.
think they're worse than you though? You don't think they're
Nah, I don't judge. No.
No, that was
Listen, listen.
nigga's crazy,
Listen, hold on.
Not saying they have OnlyFans girls have.
Oh, have no morals. No,
No,
you did
yo,
say that.
keep going,
You did
Brody.
say that.
Keep
You
going,
did
bro.
say that.
'Cause this
Listen,
nigga's
listen.
crazy, yo.
Listen,
Oh,
bro.
man,
Like,
scared to
I
stand
got friends like my niggas. I know girls that do this shit. Like,
Right.
these are my peoples. Do what you do. I can't judge you. Like I said, all sin is equal, bro. I done stolen before. I done did whatever.
Yo.
You not no better than me. I'm not no better than you. But now because of the things you do, they don't fit with my lifestyle. They don't. They don't. They just in no way, shape, or form an OnlyFans model lifestyle will fit my lifestyle, and I'll be comfortable. Neither from me or her, because then she gonna have to deal with me being upset, and I'm gonna have to deal with her being upset because I'm upset. So why would I just bring that trouble upon ourselves when we could both be peaceful? My motto is peace over pussy.
Every time.
You know, everyone should be focused on their peace. If everyone's at peace, ain't nobody gonna fuck up each other's peace because everyone at peace, right?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
One?
You know what I'm saying?
Would you hit one?
Absolutely. That's different. A nigga will fuck anything.
So now
is crazy.
you said peace over pussy.
Uh-huh.
So if you know one of your homegirls is OnlyFans model, and let's say you giving her that tornado meat,
That
right?
Doom, doom, doom,
Yeah,
doom.
that doom ba doom doom.
I give a disclaimer. I'll be like, look, I ain't gonna I never listen.
Be honest with
I'm gonna be real. You asked me this kind of ever cheated. I've never had a girlfriend before in my life. I've never had a girlfriend before, and that's because this whole girlfriend boyfriend thing. I wasn't really into that too much.
Yeah.
Pause. Not saying I was, you know what I'm saying, but like, it wasn't my focus. Like, my parents was drilling school in my head, and I wanted to play basketball, and I wanted to dance, and all that stuff, and I was awkward as a kid.
Yeah.
So none of this stuff was my focus. But then when it came to situations where a girl that I liked, every single girl that I've liked in my life, they rejected me. So now I've had opportunities to have a girlfriend before, but because of the way I've been around in this whole little dating stuff, like, I've never lied. Like, I've always kept it 100 because that's what all girls did to me.
Right.
I've been dubbed in the most illustrious and terrible ways ever. I done took my L's. You feel me? So I feel like, why not just be real? You know what I'm saying? So I'll be real. Would I date an OnlyFans model? No.
Right.
Would I fuck one? Yes.
Okay.
Now, might I entertain one? Maybe.
Right.
I wouldn't date one, and I would tell her that.
Okay.
You feel me? I give everyone the choice to fuck with me. I set the tone. I put my shit on the table. Look, you want this? They say yes or no. Okay, boom. I go. I don't care. I got other stuff that's more important. I got bills, my family. I'm not there yet in life. Now, when I'm there in life, I'll start entertaining and doing stupid shit and doing all that dumb shit. But I feel like people would be too focused on this one, like, you feel me? Like, okay, she an OnlyFans. Maybe you might date an OnlyFans model for a little bit, but maybe she's not meant to be your wife. Maybe she's meant for you there to be a season. You know, you have to learn. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, there's no shame in anything. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, every sin is equal. You stealing a pen and you stealing 100,000 from the bank is the same thing. You stole. Yeah. You felt the same way doing that. Yeah. Both things. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, you just I'm gonna do what I do, and I'm gonna try to live as honest as possible, and take responsibility of the consequences of whatever actions I do
every time.
And when because I've lived that way, I've never had no girl problems before. Like, a lot of these problems that a lot of dudes that had, I haven't had them. Because I've been kept it real. Like, motherfuckers, of course there's going to be some he say, she say. Me personally, my peace ain't fucked up.
Right.
Yeah.
I be chilling.
I think you could do it both ways because I dated, but like my peace, like when my girlfriends became like my peace is going out the window, I'm like, listen, I'm gonna keep being me because I got to live with me for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
I was doing content, girls was like, these girls in your comment section, blah, blah. I'm like, listen, I'm creating content.
Right,
I might maneuver around it a little bit, but like, so I didn't even have the relationship problems people had, like the toxicity and stuff. Like, I never, like, I had one relationship get toxic, it was over the same week.
Nah, I was just an ugly ass nigga. That's really what it was. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I just wasn't used to that relationship. And then, like I said, every single girl I've ever wanted to this day, no bullshit, I got dubbed by. So it's like, fuck you. You know what I'm saying?
Even with the TikTok fame?
Yeah. Yeah, you'd be
Wait,
surprised.
my nigga still fuck though.
Like, hey, I'm saying, look, like, of course, like, if I wanted a girlfriend right now, of course I could get one. That's not a problem. But like, I look for beneficiary purposes. Like, I'm real old school, bro. Like, me being together with you, other than sex, will I benefit from being around you? Like, will you being around me help me get to where I'm going? If it don't do that,
gotta go.
Yeah, you feel me? Like, I don't like wasting time. I like watching anime. I like hooping. Right. That's a lot of stuff I'd rather be doing than spending time with a girl rather than, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just be honest. Like,
you know what's I'm glad you said that. Because what I realized when I went back and watched anime, like, you know, we'll put the Bible to the side.
Boy, anime be teaching you some shit, boy.
Hold on,
God damn it.
What's other self-help thing? Therapy, put that to the side.
Yep.
Anime, right?
Woo!
When I go back and watch, and this is why
you
you can find the character in the show and you can figure out
Who
who
was
you
you?
need to be. So I watched Tokyo Avengers, right?
Okay.
I used to tell everybody, well, I didn't, nigga, it just came out, you know what I'm saying, the anime. But, like, I would tell my homie, I was like, bro, I feel like Draken in
Tokyo.
and he said, that's bad. You need to stop that. Because you know the situation he got in. He was protecting Mikey, you know what I'm saying? And he ended up having to sit because he wouldn't tell this thing on a gang, so he got life in prison.
Is that with the middle schoolers?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they be
That's so
kicking
good.
ass
But
too.
once
That's
you
so
realize
good.
that, you could see the decisions that Draken make, and you could become another character if you want. Like, you could take like that and say, okay, but this is all reflective. Like, okay, I can see my actions in this. That's the only way you can tell yourself to change is to see your reflection in other things or other people.
That's crazy.
And that
Same
way,
thing. So me with Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah.
With Hunter x Hunter, I saw myself relating to Killua a lot more. Because Killua was raised in an assassin's family. Like, his natural born talents made him superior. They even said it all the time that he's going to be the strongest in the family. But none of that shit mattered to him.
Right.
Killua met Gon. And he
Went
just
with him the
wanted
whole
to
day.
skateboard. He wanted to have fun. He got his family on his back all the time. He can do all these things. Like, he has all this, but that shit don't matter. All that matters, he found a relationship, a valuable relationship.
Yeah.
And he wanted to protect that relationship as much as possible. All the training, all the strength, all that shit didn't matter. And that's how I saw myself. Like, I saw myself being lost in between, like, because I've caught myself in them situations where I was the friend who's so logical.
Yeah.
I'm always thinking of, okay, you shouldn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I've always had them friends, like, fuck it, let's do it. And because of that, I've gained friendships and I've done things that I never would have did, trying to be that guy who's trying to base everything off of my own perspective, off my own logic, and just trying to follow my own rule book. And so that's why, like what you said with the anime thing, it can really, like, you can apply yourself to a character, especially even with Naruto, any of
I'm
the
about to
anime.
say Naruto was huge for
What?
me.
Bro, Dragon Ball Z for me, I went from like Gohan was my favorite character, and now looking back at it, I can understand why, right? Like Gohan was the character, like, bro, I could be the nicest if I wanted to. I don't want to have to do this. Like, I will do it if I have to. Like, when he was fighting Cell, he's like, bro, I could have cooked you.
Right.
But like, I don't want to be this person that destroys things, right? And his dad, it was just something he loved to do, right? And his dad was pushing him like, yo, then he became, you know what I'm saying? The
Super Saiyan 2, you know what I'm saying?
But even when he went off, then people stopped liking his character and all that stuff. I feel like they fumble his character.
Yeah.
But then I catch myself recently liking Trunks more. Because Trunks was from the future. He was like, look, I see what's about to happen.
Yeah.
The course that is going down, this needs to go like this. I'm going to just be here enough to make sure it stay on its course.
Right. So it don't end up like how I experienced
Exactly.
it. Yeah.
And that's why Trunks is
back.
such a valuable character.
Anime
That's why I like
deep.
Trunks.
What?
Man, it's so deep.
Anime be
And
deep.
people be talking shit about Dragon Ball Z, bruh. But it's really like that.
People that talk shit about DBZ ain't watch DBZ.
Nah, facts.
Man,
Facts.
come on
That's
now.
why, you know.
DBZ.
Why I got it tatted on me, man.
You know
Shout out
what
my
I'm
dog Goku, man.
People that ain't watch DBZ you ain't watch anime like that? You don't watch anime?
He thinks it's weird.
You think it's weird?
Now you're just taking words out.
What'd you
of my mouth.
say?
I don't think I ever said that.
What'd you say?
I just was never a fan of anime.
Oh, I thought you said it
That's
was
fine, though.
weird.
It's not everybody's cup of tea.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But I like, you know,
Would you try anime?
he tried if it was with a girl.
I honestly, I
If it was
wouldn't.
with a girl,
the
he
reason I
tried.
wouldn't is because you brought up something earlier, representation. There isn't a lot of black representation in anime,
What?
and a lot of Asians
Afro
are very
Samurai.
racist towards black people.
See,
so
it's like
I've never been a
almost
fan
like
of anime. because
sometimes-
of that.
It, not
Hey,
everything
hold
gotta
up,
be, you
hold
know
up.
what I'm saying?
Sometimes your hate stop you from getting the message.
I don't
Because
hate anybody, bro.
But you,
That-
hold
this
up,
is-
you
this
hold-
is the thing
okay,
that
you
you-
dislike it so much you're not even willing to try it. Like you gotta like, and the one thing I love about food, and New York will teach you this too. If you trust people and you try their food, sometimes you'll realize you like things you never thought.
Yep.
Right? But because it's coming from a cook that don't look like you, not from the same culture
That's
as
not
you,
why,
it's
bro. They're the Asian. All right.
that could be true. But look, I think you
Even
should watch
okay,
Attack on Titan.
I'll say this, like, because
Attack
I
on
think about, like,
Titan.
even if the show do got mad racist innuendos and all this shit, I'm gonna watch the show, right? Now, of course, if the message
Put the
is
mic a little.
my fault. Now, if the message is promoting that bad stuff, I'm gonna finish it and be like, okay, that was terrible. That's a bad thing. Blah blah blah. But like, I don't care. Like, what is the message, right? That's why I feel like with the whole music thing too. Like, oh, they're promoting. I mean, It only promotes if they do it. If people listening to it are doing it. I listen to drill music. I don't think nothing of it. I'm not gonna go kill nobody. I don't influence me.
Niggas play
That
video
beat me
games.
bumping.
They don't
Beat
go
me
on
bumping.
GTA stealing cars like that.
I see, because I think it's all perspective. Like everybody be drilling, right? When you was a marketing, I think that's why you love it so much. Is because when you are in them dog eat dog field sales, you gotta cook. Like, I'm the best one in here. Who gonna be better than me?
When you on the
It's
basketball
same
court,
They
you
trying
drilling,
to be the
yeah.
big bad guy on their street. You trying to be the big bad guy in the leaderboards. Your sales thing.
You good.
So it don't make you less of a. You're just a sales killer. They're like a physical kid, but the concept still remains in the song. That's why old buddy
Crazy.
on floor 86 can still listen to drill music and feel like some connection to it. That don't make him a killer, but he still got that same drive in his field though.
It's all depends on how you take it.
That's why I listen to King Von.
Yeah,
So you widened your perspective on music, but nothing
bro. Are
else.
you gonna watch Attack on Titan, man? 86
Please do.
episodes.
Please do.
Very good concept.
Attack on no, absolutely not.
Okay. Watch Dr. Stone.
Is
I
it
feel like that'd
anime?
be it.
Is it anime?
I feel like that would be your.
I'm not opening my.
I feel like Dr. Stone would be your vibe, bro. I feel like
So what
Dr.
are
Stone.
you gonna? You keep saying you'll open your perspective up. What do you open your perspective up to?
You still ain't watched the movie yet.
Which one?
You still ain't watched the movie.
The Social Dilemma.
Yeah, you definitely ain't watched Social Dilemma.
You know what I have?
no,
Okay,
I
have
think
you?
a good movie-
Wait, yes or no? Have you?
No, he has.
All right
I'll
then.
But
You gonna say, how you know I ain't watch it?
All at once, you have to, because that'll give you the concept of like the universe. Of like,
I have no plans. Listen,
what do you watch?
a lot of people say that
besides
I'm
porn.
Wait, come on. Shout out to.
shout out to Batty Hub, but I do watch a lot of sports. Sports is really the main thing that I watch. That's what most of my day is consumed of is sports. I don't plan on watching anime because, and a lot of people say, "Oh, I'm too focused on race and shit." The Asians are very hateful towards black people, so that's the reason I don't watch anime.
You don't think there's white people in the sports that you watch are hateful? That are supporting what you watching?
Yeah, a lot of those owners, right? All of
Yeah.
those people who saying those,
Yeah.
putting those banners up that you say we're attacking Kyrie, they're owners of the
So
product that you're.
yeah, I'm about to say. Even
Well, but there's black representation in that.
there's black representation in the anime too.
The majority of the representation in anime is.
How do you know you
other
never seen it?
races.
I mean, just because the representation in sports is on majority black doesn't mean the way they're doing it, they're basically running it like a slave trade.
Mandingo fight.
Are they? Are they? Please tell him that. Please tell. Can you get into that with him really
mean,
quick?
obviously-
please?
I mean-
How about
no,
deny
no.
that? How
Because
about
when
that?
I say it, it's a problem. When Rich says it, it's
The difference is because you have this the
the
concept.
message
listen,
is the same.
No,
the
it's
delivery
not.
is different,
No,
bro.
no, it's not.
I literally basically said what Rich said. Just
No, just because two people say the same things for different reasons. I could say, listen, he could say, and this is the problem.
This is
he could say
ridiculous, bro.
Gerald is a bad guy. Listen. He could say Gerald is a bad guy because he's not understanding. I could say Gerald is a bad guy because he's a cornball. Now we're saying the same thing, but are we saying it for the same reason? No. So when you say things, and this is why I tell. No, nah. No, 'cause I was gonna say like a killer, but I didn't want to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't kill my own kind. But go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah.
Wow.
But you kill their spirits all the time on his camera.
Wow.
Because
Man.
the Bible tells you,
He's gonna shake his head.
Listen, you kill a man's spirit, he'll never move anywhere after that.
Man.
The Bible killed your spirit. The church killed your spirit. You ain't moved since.
Damn.
Like,
All right, enough of you.
He making too much shit. Stop him now.
Go back to Rich.
tell us your goals for 2023. We got right.
Oh, okay. My goal for 2023 really is just make $100,000. Make $100,000 as soon as possible. I don't want to make it by the end of the year. I want to make it by the middle of the year, maybe late quarter of the year. I want to make $100,000.
Maybe tomorrow you may get a sponsorship. Tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to make $100,000. I see a lot of influencers, a lot of people. They're not making money for real, and they're trying to hold up this look and this image, and I see it because I was trying to. They get a cut. When you blow up like a good little bit, you're trying to uphold this image and this look. At least a lot of people are, and they like get so caught up in that. So then say shit don't start going your way. And if you're using that as your foundation, as your only stream of income and blase, like it fucks up your mental. Like a lot of social media people are depressed as fuck because they're not making as much money as they want to.
They never go outside because they got the image and they're scared to see people without the image. Not knowing like the people who follow you, they not the same. The people in the grocery store do not care about you.
They don't. They
Trying to
don't.
buy
They're
that
not
shit.
thinking of you as that as highly as you think that they are, just because they're saying certain things in your comment. So my thing is like, I don't want to have that weight of having to find that like, okay, this video gotta go and so I can eat. You feel me? Like nah, like I actually enjoy doing this shit, and not only do I enjoy doing it, I enjoy doing it at the highest quality. So I want to have enough money to where I can do like my goal in life is to do the things I like to do without restriction. That's my goal in life. I don't give a fuck about being the richest nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care. I just want to be able to go play basketball, go play game, go eat, go mess with my girl, go be my family without restriction. But I having to think about nothing else. You know what I'm saying? That's my goal. So I want to make $100,000. I'm making $100,000. I'm good. You know, I can make my videos. Even if the video don't do good, I can still post the video I wanted to post, not worrying about the views. Yeah. I can still make what I wanted to post and keep doing that consistently and live my life cool. And of course, I'm not gonna stop at 100,000. If I make 100,000, I'm gonna make another 100,000. I make 200,000. I make 400,000. It's gonna, you feel me? Like it all falls together. It's all discipline. I basically want to discipline myself. I feel like I'm able to do that. I think I can do that.
Yeah,
you know
I think
what
what gardening teaches you, because we're here to till the garden, right? You know what I'm saying? What that teaches you is you got to water the plant the way it needs to be watered for it to grow. You don't get to choose how that thing is. And when you take that concept and you apply it to yourself, a lot of people, they never figured out who they need to be satisfied. So they're running around with materialistic. If I get me a Celine shirt, if I get a picture, like Drake said, a girl who went to Rome, she took pictures for all of her people at home, didn't even enjoy the trip, and she took extra pictures so when she get home, she could pretend like she's still out there, right? Just for other people's acceptance and preference. Once you find yourself, you realize it's way easier to navigate yourself.
Yeah,
for
world, real,
right?
For
Because
real.
I don't need that. Like I could go there. I will try anything. Well, I'll try a lot of things once, right? I'll go a lot of places once. I'll see, I'll go see what the hype is. If I don't like it, if I do like it, or if I like it enough to try it again, I'm at least. That's what people teach you with food, because a lot of times you gotta teach your kid to trust you. That like, what I'm feeding you is good for you. Because like once kids think it's medicine, it's over with. But like, your parents always tell you, just try it. If you don't like it, you can throw it away. And we have got to a point in society where we have that option. It's not back when, hey, these chitlins is all we got. Y'all better eat this up, because if y'all don't eat this is what we got for the next 4 weeks to the roosters lay their eggs or whatever, right? But you just gotta try things. So yeah,
that's how I know I don't like coconut. I didn't have that
for
like
real.
8,000 times.
And then me going through everything that I've been through with the social media shit, I found what I value the most. Like I said, I value my relationship with everything I do the most. Like I don't like real life, like the clothes, all that blase. That's cool. Like, of course, everyone wants to have up to date shit. Everyone doesn't want to be behind, but like I could care less, bro. Like people, like really, like realistically, like even if you do have that $100,000 chain, your only way you're enjoying it is if someone else is. You know what I'm saying? You only enjoy it if someone says, "Ho, that's a nice chain." You know what I'm saying? But like you'd rather say, "Whoa, you're a good person." I bet that feel a lot better. You know what I'm saying? So shit like that, like yeah, that's my goal. Like that's why my whole narrative with the social media shit. That's why I dead ass like stopped posting as much, because I find myself not posting the shit I wanted to post. I find myself posting shit for the for the numbers, for the liking of other people. Oh, this might be funny. I'm not, like, when I first started this shit, I was actually posting shit I just thought it was funny. Yeah. Cause I was doing it for the money in the beginning. Posting 8 videos a day, real life, 8 videos a day. Boom, dropping them hoes. Oh, that shit. Oh, that's a joke right there. All right, let me post it. Boom. That's it. That's all I was doing. Then once one blows up, the next one blows up, and then it's like that. And I feel like nowadays, it's not like that normal. It's like, okay, I gotta go viral. Viral. And then when you don't go viral for a while, your whole dopamine is down. You feeling low. You like, dang, bro, I fell off, bro. Nobody fuck with me no more.
Social Dilemma teach you about that. It's like they got it down to a science where
they know how
apps
long.
will send you notifications to your phone when they know you're gonna pick it up.
Yep.
And companies get paid because if we could be the app that makes you pick up your phone, we unlock you to the rest of the world.
Yep.
So now I could charge better advertisements. If he's so addicted to Instagram that if we send the Instagram notification right now, I see it. If I send an Instagram notification right now, he's gonna pick up the phone. He's probably gonna be on it for 30 more minutes. Instagram get the charge for that. Nah, I'll do it.
How often do you post now? There's a second part to that.
How often do I post?
Yeah.
Like now, I ain't gonna lie. Like I haven't posted in a good little bit. I try to stay like a little active. I try to post like twice, 2-3 times a week. But like if I don't, I don't. You feel me? It's not a big stressor thing for me no more. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely do try to keep it active because I like to stay up to date. Because at the end of the day, this still is a business. Yeah. I can still very much possibly one thing blow up. I take off. Boom. There's a lot of people that's just like, oh no, I'm taking my break. I'm deleting everything. You know, I'm like, relax, bro. You don't gotta like with girls. Like you know how some dudes they get dubbed by a girl. They're like, fuck that bitch. They delete her Instagram. They block her. All that shit. They block her friends. Like, bro, you don't gotta do all that. Do you?
Do you think you're decreasing your margins at that point, like by you only posting maybe once or twice a week? Do you think that you're decreasing your chance of getting to that next level because you don't feel like you're inconsistent with that at all?
Nah.
Quality.
Yeah, that's exactly. Like
My bad.
My fan base is organic as hell. Like I've never conformed to following trends to blowing up or like doing what I gotta do. Like I've always tried to do original shit. I've always did shit I like. And even to this day, it still surprises me. I actually have a fan base. Like, I actually have people who genuinely support me. Like, even right now that I haven't posted in a while, I know how to make a video to where it can go. Right now if I need to. Like, real life. Like, just because I had, like, same thing with DDG and the Corey Kenshin's. Like, think about it. Corey Kenshin was gone. He didn't post for 9 months. My fault. Corey Kenshin didn't post for 9 months and gained 1 million subscribers.
No. He went from 7 million to 10 million without posting.
9 months. Like, think about that. There's some people who gain all this out of nowhere, right? They might gain like on TikTok. Let's talk about TikTok. They might gain 2 million followers, right? Because they had that one video where they did that one backflip and they landed bad and their knee turned inside out and boom, viral. Everyone knows them. So then they start trying to post. They start posting. And the other videos ain't getting the same amount of views. They're like, what's going on? Like, that shit, a lot of people are gimmicky. A lot of people follow trends. They follow waves and stuff like that. And so that's when that side of people, they start losing motivation. They're working themselves out because, damn, I got to keep up. With me, I'm not keeping up with shit. Every single piece of content I done made was me. So, like, to this day, people still I'm the only one making my content. I don't got competition. So therefore, I don't think I'm decreasing my margins because if anything, I'm just, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm like wine, you feel me? Like I just gain value with age because still to this day, nobody was doing what I'm doing. And then even if you try to replicate it, you can't do it with the confidence and the style that I was doing it and how I was presenting it to other people. So that's why I feel like being original is so important. Like, because if you're original, nobody can do what you do. At all. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't think I'm decreasing my margins. Like, I still get promo deals and all that. I ain't been posting shit. I be surprised myself. People still, hey, can I take a picture with you? I don't be posting nothing. Even if I do post, it might not even do no numbers. But I still get hella comments. Like, there's some people that get like 10,000 views and 2 comments. Yeah. I might get like 5,000 views and 80 comments. And these people sharing that shit. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it depends. Like, the engagement, engagement is better than the views, like, in the numbers and all that shit like that. Like, trust me, like, them numbers don't matter. Because that real life matter. You know what I'm saying? So,
I feel the same way about, this is kind of like on and off topic, about people getting tattoos. Like, people used to, I got to stop saying that. People used to clown me by having a little Dragon Ball Z and Falcon and the thing. I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, bro, this is on my body for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like your content, our content, it's going to be this is going to be out there for however long the internet survives, right? So, whatever you do, you have to literally see to yourself, like, oh, understand what you're putting out. Yes, I'm standing behind what I do. Like, I stand behind this. It's on me forever. Like, I'm going to add on to it, really.
And if what you're doing is, if you feel like, if what you're doing, you feel like it's good for you, and it turns out that other people think it's good too, then you just doing it good. Like, you got it good. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel like I got it, man. Like, I started making videos, and people started fucking with my shit. And now people genuinely fuck with me and my shit. Like, it's crazy to me because I don't see myself as nobody. I'm a regular dude. I work. I go to the gym like everybody else. But now, instead of me going to the
carpenter,
gym,
man.
yeah. Yeah, now me going to the gym is different now because someone real might be like, oh my God, it's you. It's you. Like, damn, for real, yeah, it's me. I mean, I'm the same as you, but yeah, it's me. You know what I'm saying? So like, I feel like anyone when in terms of content, bro, like, do you? Cause like if you keep riding waves, there's someone who gonna do it better than you.
Yeah.
You feel me? There's someone who's gonna do it better than you, and then you're gonna be sick.
You just gotta place yourself in the right place in the water. The wave gonna hit you eventually if you believe in your content. Everybody else is trying to chase a wave that we know. If you go to the beach, one wave come in, another wave come in, and what's crazy is even when the wave go past you, it come back.
And they'll pull
Like,
you out. And
exactly.
bring you back in. Yo.
Like, so if you just place yourself in the right place, you can get to where you need to go.
Man,
For real.
that's another
Shout out to
example.
One Piece, you know what I'm saying?
Man, another dude to look at is DC Young Fly. He been being himself for this whole time. Now, he didn't blow up the way he needed to until recently. Because now, I mean, the aesthetics, at least, he looks like he's starting to get money. But, like, you know, beforehand, he's literally just having fun. Yeah, he keep going. He's still going at his craft. But now you're starting to see the fruits of his labor where he can now start wearing the iced out Rollie or the plain Jane or he's starting to have the Lambos and this, that, and the third, starting to actually travel, getting in more movies and this, that, and the third. Carlos Miller, another example, like, you know what I'm saying? It's just proof in the pudding that you just keep doing what you're doing.
Like
what you do, nobody else. You could.
DDG, let me talk about DDG. Like, man,
DDG.
I've been watching DDG from when he was in Pontiac. Like, I remember them videos, bro. DDG to me is one of the most, if not the most genuine. Him and Corey Kenshin, if not the most genuine YouTubers I've ever seen in my life, bro. Like these are two dudes that these dudes making videos every day. I remember being one of DDG's 10,000 views, 5,000 views. He wasn't even getting numbers all the time. He's posting every day, all the time. He's posting. I'm watching it blow up. I'm just like, whoa, he's really doing this shit. So now even when DDG talk now, like, people know DDG for his music and all that. Oh, he's big on you. But, like, he's the same nigga. Yeah. And that's why DDG can stop posting for 2 years, maybe. If he dropped again, that one post might even be the biggest post ever because he made his mark. You know, he wasn't stepping in the same area everyone else was stepping. He didn't walk the same path. He made his own new path.
Yeah.
And now everyone is walking down his path. You know what I'm saying? So, but even though he might not be on that path no more, it's still his path. And that's why I feel like I want to do it. I'm making my own path, not only for me to just have made my mark, but so for other people can follow that. And then when they get to their time, they start digging off their own path. You know what I'm saying? It's a tree. Like, you know what I'm saying? Branches, everything spread. You know what I'm saying? The same thing with the tree shit.
Tell everybody where they can find you, though. We on 3 hours now.
Oh, you know, damn, for real?
I
Shit.
was looking at the watch over here.
MatteBlxckBoy and everything. Put the X in the black on Instagram. MatteBlxckBoy TikTok. MatteBlxckBoy YouTube. Everything. Yeah.
And
man.
shout out to Holla, man, for getting up about 17 times during the interview.
Nah, no bullshit.
Just to make sure that the camera was right.
No bullshit.
Shout out to Holla.
Hard worker, man.
Holler.
Well, my camera's off, so y'all gonna have to close it.
All right, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Check us out on everything: Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. Bow.